So we're gonna go live now. Zack, shut up. Zack, shut up. Oh God! Oh, hang on. I'm talking in like 3 different places.
Hello.
And everybody.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy
Whoever's birthday that was, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Jolly good fella.
That actually broke everything. 1 second. Having the song playing and you guys at the same time really didn't work very well.
Yeah, I kind of saw that kind of happen. I was like, oh god, that's
Quirk drum buster.
Okay. Hello
Singing
everybody.
is
Welcome
so terrible.
back.
Their eardrums. Shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want a DM?
Please, little Tommy, come up to the
Well,
board.
yeah, come
also
on.
weird,
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, come on, Come on,
Why
Cassius.
don't I have the fuck queued up? Why don't I have the fuck queued up?
As I was saying, welcome to My Hero Our Hero Academia. I don't know what session this would count as now, but it's a middle arc, so I don't care. And we haven't done this in nearly 2 months now?
It has been quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months.
A month ago. We're on episode 5.
Of the arc.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's definitely not episode 5 of the fucking whole thing.
No.
No, this is it. This is the reboot now.
This is the reboot,
Remastered
yeah.
edition.
Yeah. The one that wasn't done by George Lucas. So,
Exactly.
Oh.
what I will quickly do, I just want to double check and make sure Rhythm does actually let me play music together, because if not, then what I'll do is I will have to make a watch together who can join.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I can sing to myself. I'll just put Megalovania on a 10-hour loop and just listen to it.
Constantly in combat mode.
Okay, right, that should be fine. That's louder than I wanted it to be, but that's fine. We can do something about that. There we go. Okay, who do I want?
Why don't we do a group one?
Because group one's
Because
never
it's been a very long time.
Alright, combined forces. Don't speak over yourselves. Just quickly recap everything that happened in the last couple of sessions, just to give us an idea.
so we rolled up on the scene, right? And you already know what's going on, dog. Like,
Oh my god.
like
Hey,
I rolled up.
Josco, Nemu made pancakes.
Yeah, you know. Damn it. Anyway, we rolled up on the scene actually, and saw all the schools. We had a long, interesting trip with all our classmates. It's pretty lit. Hiku got knocked, the heck out, by Nemu because he was talking some mad stuff, and Nemu said no.
I don't remember that.
See,
He's just
I
there.
got you.
He's there like doing what Deku does as a kid on the seat, just like rocking back and forth, annoying.
And he was
not
like, shut
having it.
up!
Literally that one hit KO, and then I think Totoma was like, I'm so tired of this stuff. Walked all the way to the front of Cassius. Is like, yo, what's going on, dog?
That's true.
Pretty much, actually. I forgot what he said though, but I know they were talking to each other in the front. Rhett was annoyed, like always, because Hiku won't shut the fuck up,
Yeah. When he finally did.
he shut up, and we woke up, and we were at the scene of the crime where we got out the bus, and we saw all the schools coming in like one at a time, and I'm passed down to Hiku for now,
Now, from what I can remember correctly, we met this man that looked like a plant. He was a very nice man. Don't exactly remember his name.
Probably wasn't a man either, considering he was still in school. But keep going.
He was a plant. Yes, I agree. But met with him and another dude who sort of gave us the cocky eye. Apparently they were from some rival school. We're gonna meet up with them later. And then the big kakunas, the big boys walked out of the
Kakunas. Kakunas are
Yes,
Pokemon.
you be Kahuna!
kahunas walked out of their bus of like steam and everything going past, and did like a slow motion strut right past Josco with twice the size of his afro. It was absolutely.
But, we'll see though. I don't know.
It was orange. He was white. It was threatening. I've never seen such a dominating person in my life.
Did you just say it was orange? He was white. He's the most dominating person I've ever seen in my life.
So, quick on topic of plant guy. He didn't seem like a dick. Any like
Well. Hang on a second.
Big cocoons, yes.
Let's go back to. Let me just go back to. Everything just paused for some reason for me there. Cassius, the last thing I heard Cassius say was, "Plant guy didn't seem like a dick." Continue from there. Sorry.
Yeah, plant guy didn't seem like a bad guy, and he let me eat one of his leaves.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
I think after I talked to you about it too. I was like, hey, man.
It tasted salty like a chip.
No, it tasted like pepper.
I was gonna say.
I thought it was minty.
Wow, we haven't been this in a long time. We all have different taste buds.
Like I didn't even eat it. I thought it was minty.
You didn't have it. I don't care. I still thought it was minty.
I could sense it with my mind's eye.
Oh wait,
yeah.
it would be my and thing. How do I get?
Now,
oh snap! All right.
Moving on to Cassius. You explain what happened next.
Hang on a minute.
Wait. What
The next part was with you and Josco.
What?
I mean, no. Like we moved into the.
Oh yeah, no, it was us. Actually, it was. No, it was.
It was, yeah.
So I guess I'll take back over. Yeah. So we got back to the hotel, right? Right? What?
Oh yeah.
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 Oh man, this is weird.
Leaves.
Everything keeps cutting off every like 10 minutes, so everything cuts off, right? So I'm gonna have to get rid of rhythm, I think.
Oh.
That's
back to watch together.
So I will use a watch together. That's really weird though.
Classic.
Yeah.
Just send Alpha the song.
Quietly to himself.
Don't you be listening to fucking Undertale.
I can't do nothing else, man.
Hey, Animal brings up a good point. We saw Cogsworth and the Bone People.
That's what I was about to do. I was getting to but
yeah, that was them. That was them.
Get to that.
There's like a band.
Bone People.
We'll get into that,
Got the band back together.
The song we were listening to right now, which we'll be listening for a while, is this one.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
To watch together.
Watch the guitar. Watch together.
I'll try it. But I keep a sneaking suspicion that
it might cut one thing or another thing out. Yeah.
It won't cut them out. It'll just make me really laggy.
We'll see how it goes.
It makes me better. It does me too. Like it kills my entire computer sometimes, and I had to reset my computer in the middle of the session. So I feel that.
Continue.
We need to find another way of me doing music. Then it won't.
Wait, I need to continue.
There's other bots I can.
Yeah, since I guess that was our part. Unless you want me to keep going.
If you remember better than I do, I don't remember. What do you remember it?
I remember some of it because you left half of it.
Yeah, you go ahead, Dan. Go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
So like after we got back or got to our little hotel station, I think we were ranked up, or the level of floor that we were on pretty much determined our rank or something like that.
Nope.
Nope.
And it was like the big boys, the big kakunas.
Rank of our school. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was a rank of school. You're right. Not bias, but school. Yeah.
Yeah. They were up on top and we were sort of mid. And as we were settling down, right before I got into my midterm day workout, we got interrupted by the old man Cogsworth himself. He said he needed help finding his students. So he sort of gave us the number, and me and Josco took him around to the elevator. And we went up. I think we went up a couple floors, and we eventually met up with the Red Dawn.
Yes, you did. Well,
A couple of them.
Rin
A couple of
and a couple of them. Rin and
Tanner.
And another of Rin's brother, I think.
yeah. Do you remember what he was called?
Yirin.
It was obviously Len because Ren and Len. Got you. There you go.
It was Yirin.
Huh?
Yirin Colton.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, Colton's son.
Didn't we
after meeting up with them, for some reason, Josco decided to take a dump out of nowhere and just sort of rolled back.
You know, you funny. You funny. You want to say that? You want to say it right? Because I heard the streams.
Hiku, didn't you specifically not want to talk to Rin?
I did. I specifically not wanted to talk to Rin, but for some reason, God
Before I left,
really
I
talked me
talked
into
to her.
it. And I decided to go talk to Rin afterwards. I talked to her about for like 5 seconds. About like, I don't know, things she was doing, why she was here all of a sudden, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then I just sort of went back to my dorm and said goodbye.
And
Now-
then the next morning,
Yeah.
we had to go and take the written hero exam. And most
I
of us
passed
didn't
with
do
flying
well.
colors. All right.
I
Shut up.
also passed. I was actually at the top of my class.
All right, so I actually wrote the scores.
Listen. Don't flex him like this, Nemu.
Nemu flex.
I remember.
Listen, if he can't flex with strength, he's gotta flex his brain.
Yeah, that's
Big
fair.
brain.
Oh, and it's all gone again.
Hello?
Yeah, Discord keeps dying me. I'm going to reset Discord quickly,
Yeah, reset.
Okay, go for it.
Alright.
just so it's done and sorted. 1 second.
Rin
Weird,
isn't best girl though.
weird brief
Then why didn't you want to
intermissions.
see her if she's the best girl? I
No,
like, I don't.
Animals said Rin was best girl, and I was like, no, she's not best girl. I know who best girl is.
Right, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. It's doing me head in. Shimmy you over here. Whoa.
Nani?
Oh my god.
We weren't praying.
We
or
were
anything.
partying while you were gone.
Okay, you all good?
We got
Yeah,
panicked.
so,
See,
yeah.
senor.
Well, I don't know why I'm asking if you guys are all good, because it's me that needs to find out if we're all good. Keep going, and we'll see.
Okay, so Totema, Kelly, and Sarah passed with 100%.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Nemu passed with a 90. DeFran came next with 80. Cassius got 60, and Josco and Hiku both got 50.
Listen, in Korea. Oh wait, sorry, we're in Japan. Sorry, in Japan it's a 70, so you can't say she.
Actually, it was because you guys were in a school that's not within a specific state, because you can't have a constant villain and heroes and stuff. You pass on 50, not a
Job's
60,
done.
70,
Sorry.
or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yes.
Tell Cloud to stop slamming that sheet. That shitty.
Cloud, stop it.
Cloud takes the door for the bird feeder, lifts it, and slams it down on the cage.
He's such a weirdo.
For a
I-
fan.
I-
Tired of
Even
your
if I
shit.
cover him, he does that.
Yeah.
But he's like, I can get out anytime I want.
He's like, I'm Raccoon.
He's like,
Like,
do not
tired.
test me, I'll do it.
I
Tired of
stay in here because I want to stay in here,
Yeah.
okay?
You think they'd strap me in here for
That's
my
actually
safety?
true, though.
Oh
I
my
take
God,
him out.
wait.
I take him out of the cage, and he just flies back into it.
Yeah, yeah.
You've
He's
only
like,
seen
hey, I ain't leaving
10% of my
this
power.
food in here. I'm always 10%.
Right, okay. So the written test, yep, and then like introduce exactly where you were right now. Someone.
Huh?
You You talked about the written test, and then I had to cut out for a second.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kat.
And what happened now? Yeah.
So we went through big, long, dark tunnel into this huge freaking arena where we are going to have to fight each other and eliminate each other.
We
Yes.
are
Wait, we have to fight each other.
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
to fight other schools.
Yeah, we're going to we're gonna make it so all of us pass as best we can
Yeah.
by eliminating other schools.
I'm also going to slowly retcon some of the things I said were going to happen in the last one because it's just not going to work. But we'll do what we do as we do and when we do it. So don't worry too much. Okay.
They're in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
didn't want to
actually,
be.
kind of, because isn't individual survival like part of this, like being able to sustain ourselves out here?
Yeah, you would have been
Oh,
given
yeah.
like,
How long are we
camping
out here
equipment and
again?
stuff.
How long are we in this arena?
3 days.
Okay.
3 days.
Yes. It counts as a 3-day a trip. So,
True.
Quick question:
yes.
what happens if we are on a hair-only diet for 3 days?
Oh my.
What's a hair-only diet?
My cotton candy
Kelly.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Not Kelly. What is it, Kelly?
No, you got
Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah, thank you.
There's only 2 you can.
Thank you for reminding me of my girlfriend's
I
name.
mean.
I'm happy to know it.
Have it 1 day every 3 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is your name, by the way?
All right.
We're so dumbfounded by the size of the arena, we've forgotten everything that's going on, including names. Hey, you! Previously green, but now blonde-haired man.
Whoa.
What happened to you?
I died. Haha. Get it?
Oh,
Died.
boys. Cool.
Oh
So,
my.
with that in mind, just to let you know, we went from 13 to 10 after that, Cat.
Listen.
Christ alive.
My cotton
Not my
candy
fault.
girlfriend quoted and noted.
I just dyed Nemu's hair tonight.
Oh man.
Nemu's going through his edgy teen phase.
Oh my god, isn't he
He's going to
just?
start
K-pop
listening to
boy
My
now.
Chemical Romance.
Right. So, as you all said, you've all come into this this large arena, and it's set up for it to be something along the lines of 3 days worth of survival and obviously battles and stuff. 13 to 10 people watching, and now it's 9. Now that you've said that, Animal, so thank you, Animal.
Cursing it. Don't jinx it.
No.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kidding.
Stop.
I just want to let you guys know that Zack has also made sure that he's written down the name in the notes. just to keep on top of his love life in this game, apparently.
You said you wouldn't tell.
I didn't say I wouldn't say anything. Who the hell are you talking about?
Oh my
No,
God.
his girlfriend.
You
said-
bastard.
He just put in his notes, Sarah, possible girlfriend.
Possible?
Sarah, possible girlfriend? Question mark. Yeah, you were given information about like how things were going to go down, but obviously things could change. Is a great way of sort of being honest about it. I think it's absolutely hammering it down with rain outside. Ow, that's my microphone.
Okay, so just to confirm,
Yes,
is this an indoor arena, or have we kind of just been dropped somewhere?
it is actually indoors. It's inside
Okay.
a massive stadium. So you would see above you, you would see kind of like a football stadium style. It's
Yeah.
open, but it domes around you style. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, cool.
Whoever said that, don't say hotty thotty. Christ alive.
You want me to
Okay,
ban him from chat?
No, you don't need to ban it from chat. One of the first things you guys saw when you guys came into the arena was in the forest zone, a giant flower sort of manifested from one of the sort of like the more empty areas. just grew straight up from the middle. Giraffe girl is alright, Cassius.
Don't read it out loud. What the fuck?
I'm only
Just
reading out the
reads
ones
the
that are
note
stupid.
For everybody.
Cassius just added to his note.
Yeah.
Sarah, possible girlfriend, steal.
Possible girlfriend.
I'm
Steal.
about to redact this.
Oh,
Oh my
God, are we
God.
back to this? Are we back to the redact meme?
That redaction.
Redacted.
About to
Redacted.
put a redaction on his girlfriend.
Stop this right now.
Oh my-
Come on, leave it alone.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
So obviously, a big plant manifested in the middle of the forest, which, well, wasn't even the forest, it was more like an open field area, which Totoma was happy to explain that was probably the flower dude, which was probably more than likely right. As you guys go through these, you obviously see these big sort of walkways that you come from the entranceway to this arena. There was 2 different entranceways, as I'm just sort of showing on the chat. And you see all these different classes all start walking off and going around the roads. The roads themselves kind of count as like a safe zone, but only in the areas that don't count as the city, which is the highest part. So obviously, once you go into the city, the roads are kind of like the only place that you can be in. But safe zones don't always count as safe. They should be safe zones, if you get what I mean, yeah? So
Okay.
look just over, just to make sure everything's right.
I don't know if this is going to sound dumb.
Go on.
Sorry for interrupting, Jake. But what's the objective? Like,
There
are we
isn't
just supposed
really
to
at the
survive?
moment. Yeah, it's
We're gonna
they
be
kind of get kind of given, yeah, you're kind of given objectives here and there, or things will happen whilst
Okay.
you're out there. Yeah.
So we're not actively hunting people.
No, not as we
Okay.
not as we
Okay.
speak. You might do at one point, but
Cool.
not as we speak. Yeah.
All right. Thank
Hey,
you.
Dettet, what
Yeah.
happens if we make it to the end?
The end of what?
The end.
Nether portal.
Yeah, the end of Dragon comes out.
I was talking about. I thought he would
Means-
get it. Remember Demon Slayer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which bit?
You remember they gave like the wrong information of how that trial went.
It's supposed to be 7 days, but he just made it to the end.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fucking yeah, exactly. No, that's right. I should have got that. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to you're surviving in this arena for 3 days, but if you make it to the end, you win anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wow. Sprint through, guys.
Bro, the end over here.
So exactly as I said, and obviously I know this is going to be more of a loosey-goosey, get everything back together session. You see all these students starting to, in groups, in their classes, start to move around and sort of, just pop themselves in areas around the outside of the arenas, except for, obviously, this, which you saw, the big flower in the middle of the forest, which intrigues you, but it doesn't instantly mean death or destruction for you. It's just, in a world of quirks, it seems quite interesting, yeah, from that point. You do see other groups of people kind of wander into the forest. That's not the only thing you see going to the forest. It's a very thick and dense forest, and at least, well, maybe 3 other classes maybe went into the forest as well. Some people started wandering up the road straight up towards the city, and other people started going towards the underground areas and that as well. Now, you as a group are all huddled together, and you have been given your equipment and your daily rations and stuff like that as well. You have the absolute right to sit and stand and be wherever you want to be. You have enough tents and sleeping apparatus and food and seats and stuff that kind of helps you out there and then. Nothing seems limited. It looks like you could have a good meal, you all could have a good rest, and you all could have a good shelter if it rained or something like that. But you also note that the chance of rain is possibly either a man-made machine that will do it, or if it does rain, they'll just lift a roof over the top of the stadium so you don't get wet. So what do you guys all want to, or what are you guys doing? I'm going to leave it to you guys. I'm going to leave it a lot open for you guys today, just to see what you guys would do as groups, and I'll let you know
Point of order. Was Alpha given any rations?
Yes, it would have been completely like just for every student here are some rations, because the
Okay,
percentile of people not needing food was
We're off
low.
to a good start. Y'all get extra rations.
Oh my.
Where should we head to first, boys?
I think we should
Well-
head somewhere with cover.
Yeah.
All right, boy, straight to the
Well,
tree. Kidding. No, kidding.
We could
Yeah.
just run towards the tree.
What have we seen a top down of this thing? Like, do we know what each of the different areas are, or can we just go off what we're seeing from the ground?
Oh, good question. Let me roll and have a little look and see what would come up. Okay. When you first came into the arena, on these like little bridgeways that you came over, at the very end there were like little holographic sort of tannoys. You know, sort of like just like floating in the air above you, yeah? So on each bridge there were these little tannoys. Those tannoys themselves kind of gave you a very brief and a very...
Is it kind of like a mall map where it's like you are here?
Sort of, yeah, but obviously all blue and holographic and see-through and glass. So
Yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of like that. So yeah, so what you can see top down would be a very simple version of it. Yes, absolutely. Yes, so you can kind of get an idea of where things are and where things aren't from that alone. Yes.
Okay, well, if we go right from here, then we can go to the JC Penney's, but it's a long walk to the Barnes and Nobles.
We should go to the football field over here.
I was thinking the exact same, actually. That's probably the best place for us to make a camp of some sort.
And we
Right in
avoid
the
giant
center of
flower.
the football field.
I feel
That
like
is
we
also
should-
troubling, yes.
I feel like we should avoid anything that grabs attention because other people are more likely to be there.
This is true, but strategically, if we were able to capture that place and keep it for ourselves, we'd probably stand the best chance. It's close to, from what I saw, it's close to a water source and sheltered.
So, to
Yellow.
the thing to our top right, that's underground, right?
Well, the thing right in front of you right now.
Yeah, to
This
the top right.
Yes.
dark brown
If
thing.
you remember,
So-
I think I remember explaining to you that it's an under... Why'd the music get super loud for no reason there?
I had it turned down to like 1%.
Yeah, me too now. Christ, hang on. Stop.
So,
You would go in on sections, kind of like if you would go down into like a subway. You know what I mean? Like a stairway down, yeah?
There's little ladders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ladders and like I say, and stairways as well. Once you're in, you can't see above, but there are kind of like hollow and glass sort of bits on the top where you can look into it. That's more for the exam, you know, the exam trainers and stuff than it is for you guys. But it is underground.
Animal Man is suggesting we go to Home Depot and build ourselves a base.
Infrastructural stuff, yeah.
yeah, where's the Home Depot on this thing?
Wait, I can build walls. Let's just do that.
This is true.
Mm. Would they know that those walls explode though?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I get on you for not being creative. Hang on.
Huh?
Animal says, "I'm sorry." That gets on me for being not being creative. And I'm like, what did I say that got you feeling that?
I don't know.
What'd I do?
How did I hurt you?
Well, I don't know about underground because that seems very.
Yeah,
I don't think many of our quirks are very.
that limits
compact like
us more than it helps us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Using
out there.
I was just gonna say, Jake, using
Yes.
Alpha's magic eyes, or as Cat calls them, his special eyes. Does he detect any electricity, like running underground, or any lights or anything in the arena that is electrical, particularly focused on below him, like if there's any cabling or wire?
Yeah. Roll me. What was your? You had a. Hang on a second. You had something that I could use that for. Technology, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roll me a tech then. Yeah.
Where
First roll of
is
the
it?
sesh.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
Technically.
Oh no, I get on you because you get grumpy because we catch Pokemon without fighting. I'm like, expand your mind, animal.
Okay, and just getting back into the swing of things, the
All right.
number is the plus, right? That's my modifier.
D20 plus, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Boom.
Oh my god.
That's why.
Boom.
He understands the entire
Boom.
electrical flow.
That's quite cool. And
Dang.
yeah, within reason, yeah. So,
Call me James Clerk Maxwell.
you close your eyes for a brief second. You're in this, you're all together in like a little, like a huddled up sort of group and keeping close. As you guys are discussing where you want to go, you see other parties doing the same thing. They're kind of just seeing where is the best way to sort of disperse and stuff. I just did that. I did that evenly without wanting it to be even. There we go. Alpha kind of closes his eyes for a second, breathes in, or sort of flexes his body a bit, and opens his eyes again. And there's like a small tinge of a glow. Alpha, what you see is that there is like cabling running through most of the ground here. Most of the time, it runs through the roads. You get a faint idea that this is to stop people from blowing up all the cables that could be used for powering stuff through the arena when they fight in different sections. So you can kind of see like an inwards and an outwards lay. So the best way of explaining it would literally be like any sort of current grid for power. One way is literally going that way, and then the other is going that way all the way through the streets, so, like the road.
Okay.
Yeah. As you see that from your distance, obviously you can't see masses, but you can see that there are larger currents in the football field, in the underground, and in the city very, very far, far away. But that seems to be the only main sources of power. The city kind of gives off this like massive glow for you. The football arena, much smaller, and then the underground much smaller as well. And from there you can see once again, the wires kind of detract and detach from the power lines going through the streets and go underground and under these. So
Two things. Do I get a sense of how far down they are, and do I get a sense of what they might be powering, like any systems or like any motors or stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like
So the first thing you notice that they are about 6 feet under, like they should be. 6 to 9 feet cabling underneath the ground for, well, like most things are these days. Normally, if it goes underground, it's between 3 to 6 foot, so around 6 to 9 foot deepest. Because of course there are kids that can blow the whole floors out quite easily. Most of the amplitude, like most of the wattage that's being coursed through it is high, but nothing really says there's going to be more power going to one thing than another, except for the glow that's coming from each of the places. So the city, obviously, there's a much higher wattage and a much higher voltage going through the whole of the city because it's powering a lot of the buildings. That could just be lights, though, as far as you can tell from that point. And under here as well. But like I said, because it's a nat 20, what you're getting is that you're not seeing a lot of... There's nothing tricky and special, if you know what I mean. There's nothing like surprises and oops-a-daisies. But if there was, they'd be blinded by the city. So you gather if there was going to be anywhere where things could come from, as in things that the arena can do, i.e. change or open or react, it's going to be coming from the city more than it is anywhere else in the battle arenas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to recap, I'm getting a big readout from the city, the underground, and the stadium.
Yep.
Okay.
Massive readout from the city. The stadium's got a readout, which is how a stadium should be, and the underground's got small pockets of readings out of, like, it's just sort of volts going through it as well.
Okay, so Alpha would relay that to the class and just be like, I'm detecting a large amount of electricity being sent to the stadium area, this underground looking area that just seems to be in front of us, and there's another large direction flow of energy heading to a place that... Can he see the city? Can he see the buildings?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
From where you are, if you were like on a long street, you would see at the very end where all these trees and all of these rocks are, you can see the buildings behind it. There's quite a lot of spiral buildings upwards, yes.
And a large flow of energy heading towards that city or industrial zone down. Don't know if that factors into anything, but perhaps these places have surprises in them that could be powered by electricity. So just be on your guard, everyone.
So what you're saying is we need to go towards the city.
Ideally, as I said, I think the stadium might be the best option. We could use the roofing on the edges of the stadium to, well, patrol essentially and have an encampment in the center of the pitch. However, I'm down with following popular vote, so.
It looks like Cassius is already headed that way.
You just see him like turn bolts.
Hang on a second.
Did Sim just say what from
Yeah, yeah, he did.
I did. I like rolled across the room.
That's right, I'm getting rolls. For some reason, I couldn't click on anything on Discord for a second there, and give it 1 second. Todima, Kelly, and Dapran are kind of looking over the forest. Yes. What do you normally roll for that? Did we get a decision on that? Nothing too crazy. We figured out the power sources, what power was coursing through what areas of the city. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was just a nat. Yeah, Totemo, Kelly, and Dapran are kind of looking over the. That's not bad. Over the excuse me. Over the forest, and Totemo's kind of like squinting at the forest. And Dapran's like, "What? You're not seriously thinking that that's the best place we can go, especially someone like you, right?" I was like, "No, I don't think I should be going in the forest. Not like this. No, you're right. But there's someone in there." Well, yeah, we watched people go in there. That's not, that's not random. It's like, nah. And there's someone else. Do you remember those two at the start when we came out? I don't think the others saw it. And Dapran's like, yeah, I saw them. He goes, yeah, I think they're in there. Okay. To avoid the city, or did you just kind of lean in and just go, who?
Yes.
So Todima kind of looks back to you and then looks to the group and then back over. Yeah, so what was the question? Are you just okay, that's fine. Sorry, I'm just reading through other notes as well. Todima says, Todima kind of leans back to you as well. Kind of arms crossed over his bare-chestedness. He just goes, back when we started walking in for the exam, we saw a couple of students. I don't think you guys noticed it. They went in through a different door. And then Dapran kind of says, I'd say door, but it was kind of more like a warehouse hangar.
Why'd they go through there?
Because they were big. He kind of says in like a disdain, kind of like, it's because they were big boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you think they're in the forest?
And he kind of turns around and he points towards the forest, and somewhere over here, in sort of like this area, 1 second, you can see the trees are actually kind of bending and moving around as if something's pushing them out of their way and kind of guiding themselves through it, yeah?
They do move in herds.
Brilliant.
God damn it!
These fucking Brachiosaurus next.
Oh my god.
Long neck.
That's it. Because I've been playing the Isle so much recently, I've actually started to tangibly change this into a Jurassic Park D&D.
Hey, they never told us what was in the trees.
Yeah.
You know what was in the trees? Me!
So we actually see those trees moving.
You see the
right?
trees kind of like ruffling and moving. Yeah, obviously there's no birds flying out because this is all artificial too. It's bioengineered and stuff, so there's no animals in here, I guess. Yeah, but the trees are real. Obviously they are emitting oxygen. But yeah, you see them moving. You do kind of hear. I'm not going to make them fight ogres, no. The bigger they are, the harder it is to not get stalked by Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just see them moving. You kind of hear a very faint rumble from that area, but you can't tell if that's a rumble from the forest or if it's just the hum of the electricity that is kind of coursing under the ground. You know, you're in a big arena with a lot of lights kind of shining down on you, including the natural light coming through the middle. So a lot of the sound in here has kind of already been masked. So anyone that was nearby and that had gone away, at least enough to not be, you know, to kind of be blurry in view, you couldn't hear them. So things do start to get a little bit quiet and not eerie, but just quiet in comparison to what a city or something like this would feel like. For instance, the forest is quiet.
Eerie.
Yeah, the forest is quiet because
Eerie.
there's no animals. The only thing that the forest has is the small, breezy kind of going through the leaves as the wind that courses through the stadium exists. Yeah. So there's nothing really. So you do hear this kind of like, this sort of in the forest, but you can't be too sure.
Okay. Nemu's just like blank face staring where those trees are moving, and he looks at Totem and he's like, what are you suggesting by mentioning them?
What do you mean? What do I think I'm suggesting? But hey guys, the team that I'm with right now, maybe be careful of the people that are about 2 times our size in height might attack us.
People 2 times our height. Josco, let's go!
Let's go! Get in there!
Oh god.
Advance!
Well, no, I
think-
mean, you
I
don't
think-
want to go up against them right now, right?
Well, height has never been an issue, but they're probably pretty strong. And I think I agree with what Alpha said, that we should build maybe some sort of base camp before we go out and start destroying those kids.
Yeah.
I think statistically our best chance of not being found or creating an encampment that's least likely to be found would be in the city area. However, I imagine that place is going to be the most popular.
And you're pretty open to attacks there.
Well, it depends. There are a lot of buildings. If we manage to keep quiet, and he kind of just looks at Hiku and Josco.
Listen, alright, I am a ninja.
You talking shit?
Well, if we manage to keep quiet, I imagine we could keep relatively low key in one of those buildings. However, again, I imagine everyone's thinking along those lines.
I'm gonna plus that we have a number advantage.
Yeah, that would.
Potentially.
I mean,
we could
we
stay
always
here.
do.
I'm back. Sorry, my chair kind of broke on me.
Alpha kind of like looks over his shoulder, like back along the bridge, looking thing. In terms of strategy, this place offers quite a lot. We have an open source of water, which I assume is fresh, given that we're in an indoor arena.
Which,
And
Hold
down
on.
this bridge,
I gotta
there's
know.
only one way in and one way out. So anyone that's coming for us, we will see them.
Let me try this water out.
You don't drink the.
The water's actually about.
Just dunk.
No, make him roll for it. Make him roll
Just
for it.
shoves
No.
his head in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Make 'em
full
roll
of like
for it.
plastic and sewage.
No, just seawater. I like seawater. Just fucking
I mean, it's all right, guys.
gulps down a bunch of salt water.
I had better water than this.
Maybe we should go towards more the middle.
I feel like a lot of people are moving in the forest and towards the city.
Yeah.
And yeah, with you checking the water, you kind of had to proper like lean down because it's about 4 or 5 feet away from the top of the edge of the thing. The moment you go to put your hand into the water, like a big tannoy comes up and it's like, "Do not drink the water."
That is not drinking water.
It is not drinking water. You have canteens and you have water. You're like,
Looks
okay.
over his shoulder, and
Yeah.
there's a road sign.
There's an
saying,
alert
"Do not
over the
drink
like
water."
whole
Yeah.
speaker that's
Yeah.
like, "Don't drink the water."
Who told you could drink the water?
But sir, what's wrong with the water? Don't drink it.
It's not what you think.
Yeah, it's
Don't
what animals,
touch it.
animals right in that sense anyway, yeah. It's cleaned. It's being cleaned constantly. Chlorinated to buggery.
So I'm gonna go kind of back on what I said earlier. I think we should go to the football stadium.
I'm gonna have to agree with Cassius on this one.
Yeah, I like the idea of the football stadium. I believe there's a lot we could do with it.
It's in a corner, so we have only two sides really to worry about.
Establish a base of operations, and we
Now-
can conquer the
Where's the
entire
football
school.
stadium again, by the way? I'm sorry, I'm lost again. I
There
didn't
could
get
be facilities there, you know.
Where's
if we
football
wanted to-
stadium? I'm lost.
On the
Alright,
right, on the right.
If you just look at this map, handy dandy map here. Oh, sorry, you can't see. It's just over there. Oh, sorry. It's towards like the right. You don't? Do you know where right is?
I think I'm gonna walk this way and just pretend I never saw
There
you
for you.
today.
There we go.
I'm just yeah.
No, you're going the wrong way. That's the underground.
Yeah, I know.
Josco, no!
I know.
Just-
I know.
Yeah, you do.
So
Just for
Football
ease of
stadium.
information, can we assume that just north is up, east is right,
Yeah, of course.
south
Yeah,
is
yeah,
down?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so are we going east, boys?
Definitely.
okay.
Are you guys good with football stadium? Kind of
I'm
like talking to
More
the
than happy with
other
that.
4 people of the class.
Yeah, they kind of nod and put their thumbs up. Totema does say, we can make a home guard and a vanguard if we need to as well.
Wait, what? Say that again.
What?
A home guard and a vanguard. Make a vanguard group that goes out and a home guard that protects the base.
oh,
And the two could rotate
We could do that.
Mhm.
every day.
So then you can have people up at the
Alright.
top and that. But obviously, we're assuming the idea that we won't be allowed to stay there the whole time. They might make us go places.
Indeed.
yeah, just for maybe the first
So
day.
for at least the first intentions, yeah.
For now.
Yeah, there could be facilities there. you know.
Next time we'll camp in the
Bathrooms.
underground place.
Given the large
That's
flow
fine.
of energy, there's a lot I could
Dettet.
potentially do at the stadium.
Yes.
Do we have enough water for 3 days?
No.
They get supplies get
You
airdropped?
yeah, pretty much.
Like the
Oh.
little
You have
Hunger Games
supplies.
drones?
You have supplies enough for the day, and then you have to assume that something's going to happen, or worst case scenario, as Defran might have said, is maybe we have to fight other people for the rest of their food and water. But then Toad was like, "Don't be stupid." But then he's also kind of like, "But maybe that's true." So you have enough food and water for the time
Chicken.
being, but there is every chance you cannot you can only assume there'll either be some sort of drop or some sort of or
You may have to
fight
contest
for
for
the
it.
death for it. Yeah. You might
Why
have
do
to.
I get the feeling that Mr. Oshiro is gonna airdrop us a package that just says "Do better"?
Maybe. Right, give me 1 second. Just keep talking for the moment.
Talking words,
Oh my god.
things.
Slam poetry.
So when we get there, what's our first plan? Like, what
Uh,
if people are there already?
Attack.
Kill, destroy.
This stadium
Ow.
is big enough for the two of us.
That hurts.
Alpha,
Yes, Cassius?
will you have to charge?
No, I will be okay. Charging isn't something I necessarily require. I'm not an iPhone.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if that
how
was
else-
racist or sexist or I don't know by this point.
His chest
I mean,
buttons.
All I
Oh
really
my
know
God.
is that he's mechanical. He's not. Yeah, he doesn't sleep. So
Just at some point when you get to the stadium, you're just like, "Oh, hey, Alpha, look, plugs."
He's like, finally.
Did you bring a lightning cable with you?
I forgot to
Lightning
bring my
down.
converter. No, these goddamn American plugs.
Oh my god. We should have when we go to the stadium, we should have a group going first, like Totoma said.
Okay.
Maybe
there
two
is
of us
always
go
strength
ahead of
in
the
no
rest.
potentially.
Totoma, go ahead with someone.
I'll go ahead if
I'll go with
we
them,
require it.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, Alpha, you kind of have a better sense of the city. If you got injured, it hurt us a lot more than if I did.
True. I'll also try and keep a track of any electrical impulses that come up around us. If anyone has a hero suit that relies on electricity or mechanical components, I might be able to detect them. Is that something I could do, Jake? Given with my special eyes?
I'm guessing
Special.
so long as there's some sort of charge, be it a
Yeah,
lithium
like
battery or anything like
any
that.
flow of
Could be
electrons.
faint, could be more faint, but it should still be kind of noticeable for you, yeah.
Okay, well, that's something Alpha's going to keep an eye on then, just in as far as a proximity as he can, just if anything comes within that range.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Don't know what that was, don't ask. Guys?
Hello?
God, this
Hello?
is
Drop a wall
not doing good today.
whenever he can.
Yeah, I can.
Of course, Josco. I mean, I don't have to say anything, but you know, you always had that yeeting power.
Mhm.
So who am I gonna eat? Not. No.
Nemu.
So you tell me like I just summoned Josco and yeet Nemu across the map?
Yeah, then. Oh yeah, go throw it. Go throw.
No, I don't want.
it.
I don't want to be sacrificed.
So you tell me Josco comes out and just says like that, you know, it's just like straight up a yeet.
Kill the joke, you make some more.
Surprised.
Josco, would it be possible to send some of your clones ahead as scouts, potentially?
Easy clap. Someone's like 7 clones right now. No effort.
Perhaps sending them in every direction and then having them meet us somewhere they can give us a report on what they've seen. Is that something they can do? Or?
I think
Can do, but I'm gonna be confused as hell right now.
Meaning, I don't know if you'd be a good idea for back. The friend, you might be our best option.
Perhaps
I mean,
keeping Josco in the center while he's doing this.
Sounds like blank. I mean, does that friend does have a shield, doesn't he? Or wait, is it wrong person? I don't remember.
Well, yeah, definitely has a shield.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean-
I remember your shield clearly. All right. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the
There would
first
be a
starts doing
Josco
for
in
it.
the back, Totoma and Cassius in the front, and then everyone else in the middle.
Wait.
Alpha just runs down the road.
Oh.
We can make an
Oh,
assumption. We can make an assumption and go forward because you don't need to worry about. Like I say, I would tell you if something was going to happen.
Let me. Oh god, I gotta zoom out.
Surprise
Oh god.
attack.
Oh god, I gotta zoom out. I'm sorry. Oh god, I'm lost.
I'll grab you and drag you. Don't worry,
Just-
I can grab you and drag you. Yeah,
Oh,
you got it. You
there.
got it.
Grabbed and dragged.
Whew. There we go. Thank you.
Whoa!
Oh my!
No,
I tried to pick you up when you dragged him, so all I did was stretched him as you moved him forward. And I was just like, no.
Got big.
Okay, so let's put some other music on.
Now that I'm a lot
Metal Gear Solid music.
Middle gear.
no weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Alpha.
What's your plan then? Go through it again. Because I
I was gonna
actually
say,
I
now-
lost about 60% of it because I got disconnected.
Now that I'm a lot closer to the stadium, is Alpha able to tell a little bit more about what the electricity has been flowed to power?
You would have
is
to
it
roll
just
for it again.
lights? Okay. I'll
Yeah,
roll.
yeah, roll for it again. Roll your technology, my dude.
Oof.
Still
That's
good.
rough.
So the closer you get, the more I don't know. It's like it seems a little less obvious, I suppose. But what you are getting as an absolute is on all four corners of the stadium is a very large amount of power going up these very obvious floodlights. Yeah.
Oh, they're just big floodlights.
Yeah. So there's a lot of power going to those ones.
Okay.
There does seem to be a couple of warmer spots of energy fluctuation underground around the outside of the stadium as well, but nothing too over the
Nothing
top.
sinister.
Yeah, nothing. At least not right now. You don't see any extra power suits or outfits or something that's being charged by a lithium battery or something or other inside the arena right now. Yeah.
Are the floodlights currently on or are they off?
They're currently off.
Okay.
But you can see that the surge of electricity is enough to get to the point where it is going up there. It's just there's a cut-off point right now. It's just not,
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, no
May I
time
just-
like the president. Let's just strut on inside, boys.
May I get a status? Wait. Hold on. May I get a status report on like my clones? A few of them, just like little events that may happen if I scout it around.
Oh, did you actually send some out? Did you? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, the clones went in the exact same way that you guys were going in right now. Give me a. Let me just get one of these character sheets up quickly. Just so I've got it. I do like how I bitched about you guys not opening up a character sheet, and here I am waiting to load up a character sheet. I thought I would have remembered the sheet number, the names and stuff, but
Perception, maybe.
It's what I was thinking. But I just want to double check and see if there's nothing else that makes a better point.
There's a fucking dog in there, man.
Yeah, man.
Investigation, maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say investigation.
We'll let it load and I'll have a little look. I think it probably will be investigation, but I'm just going to have a quick look.
Yo, Josco, I don't think you should go in there. There's a dog.
Listen, dog. Like,
Get your dog!
Already
It don't
know
bite.
what's-
Yes, it do!
Yeah. you already know what's going on, dog.
Wait, Josco. Nemu made pancakes while we weren't looking.
Yeah,
So maybe he went there.
investigation would have been your best. Investigation is your best role, yeah.
All right, natural 20.
Let's
Sorry,
do it.
guys.
Let's go it.
Give me them pack.
Come
All
on.
right, let's
Do it for the team.
believe. Oh, come on, no. Oh no. My clones got clapped. I'm just kidding.
Your clones don't get attacked to a point where it gets, oh no, something happened and now you know. Actually, for the most part, the two of them went into the stadium and kind of slacked off. They kind of walked around, lazily looked about to see if there was anything they could find.
Found the hot dog machine.
Sat down on the stairs a little bit and on the where the stadium seats are in there.
Sorry. I look for the fried chicken machine.
Swung about on the football posts and stuff, and that was about it. And then they dispersed by the time you guys came back. So, as far as you saw and as far as they saw, there was nothing. It was very quiet,
Well, I gotta tell y'all. So, as I was just told, I saw nothing, but I saw fried chicken, hot dogs, and popcorn machines. I don't know why they're in there, but let's get some of that real quick.
Those
I'm
are
hungry.
fucking Stranger Things. It's like, Mike, I found chocolate pudding.
Well, at least we found a supply of food.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, let's get on in there.
Yeah, Alpha's just going to start walking in, but keeping his eye out for anything out of the ordinary.
Wait, this is my time. Stealth. No,
I'm guessing this building's pretty tall, huh?
The building itself, I mean, God, most football stadiums are good 5-6 floors high, if not more,
Mhm.
by height.
The
Yeah.
big boss.
Yo, I have one in my town area building. That thing is humongous.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
holy.
Southampton Football Stadium just looks gigantic from here. So even the jump, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't
wouldn't-
even get you up there with Josco. That's how big it is.
I wouldn't risk a bad roll. That's all I would say. Yeah.
Because if I get a 1, you are dying.
You could climb this thing.
Like,
no,
don't worry, boys, I got this.
They're actually on the top
That's
of the
the
dome,
big
Oh,
power lines. I wouldn't
Yeah.
climb those.
and they are also power lines. Yeah, that is true. Is
Alright.
this football
I'd
or
like to
football? Well, as you
walk
can see right
in-
now, this is obviously football, not football.
I'd like to walk in and roll for investigation.
Oh, it actually is
see if
football.
I see anything
Oh,
too.
shit.
Yes, you by all means go ahead. So
Can
you're
I
going
get in
through
on that
what would be known as the lobby area, yeah. And what did you say? Sorry, Alpha.
Can I get in on that investigation action?
You can aid him, which gives him a +5. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then do it. Yeah. So whatever you
I
do.
shall aid.
So do I take my investigation score and add it to my roll?
Yeah. So your investigation on your character sheet. Yeah.
Yep.
You do a D20 plus that, but then also +5. So if you just add 5 to the 8, or well, whatever your investigation is. Sorry, because I read someone else's one there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Nice.
It's not a 2,
Good
man.
one.
Hey.
Good
Exactly.
one, Dettet.
What did I do?
She just straight up told him my investigation score.
No, that's not your one. I wasn't even looking at yours, so it's someone else's. So you've just let everyone know that yours is the same as someone else's. I legitimately meant I legitimately meant that I didn't look at your sheet. I was looking at someone else. It wasn't me trying to fake that I wasn't looking at your sheet. So you just outed yourself.
You could have also deduced that from the roll.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Because if I'm giving you a +5 and you have a +13, I'm going to say your investigation score is maybe 8.
Ah, yes. The modifier is a modifier.
Oh well, I know now.
Yes.
I have a 5% more chance to beat your investigation, Cassius. No.
Let me put that in my notes page.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I know someone else can investigate too.
Alright, so the first two to walk in are obviously Alpha and Cassius. You've got Totema and Zack.
Thank
There you
you,
go.
Totema, for standing on top of me.
You got
Zack
Totema
giving
and Hiku behind. I really messed up my words there for a second. With Josco kind of leaning around the outside of the arena, and the other 4 just holding back as like home guard as well. The first thing you notice when you go inside the arena is anywhere where there should have been like posters and promotional stuff. Like, you know, you can see the clipboard areas of where posters would have been. There aren't posters. There isn't anything that should be promoting any sort of football or any sports mats of any kind. There is
No cold training? Oh, no.
no whole training, unfortunately. There's no football. There's no like there's like a section where you would buy tickets with those little swivelly sort of like subway kind of, you know, the doors that kind of swing around, and there's like 3 sections of them.
What, the weird like barriers that you get
Pretty
at train
much,
stations?
yeah. But they're the ones that are like actual doors instead of them being the little ones on your waist.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's those. But at the same time, those are only in a section where there's walls side by side to them. Those walls aren't all the way to the top, so you don't have to go through them. You just notice that they're there. And you have like the area where you'd buy a ticket on the other side, on the right hand side, like in an area where it's behind glass. But for everything that is inside, which is also dark, there's only a couple of dim, sort of like what you would call, you know, like the emergency or the after night. You know, when a building gets shut down, when it gets turned off for night, like a shop, they still have like the emergency or the recall lights at the end of the night. So there's like a few lights here and there, but other than that, it's quite dark in there, and it's also completely immaculate. So once again, it's eerie because it's all abandoned, but it's more eerie because it's really clean and it looks like it's kept after, because of course you're in a stadium, so there's nothing too crazy from there. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Unspin yourself right now.
He's trying to get over his fear.
Ted, did you say dark?
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. There's
I
a
can see
couple
the
of
dark.
Scared of the dark?
there's
Wait,
a couple
Isn't
of
Totema a natural light source?
well, as he's
That's true, too.
behind you in the doors, you can kind of you can see your shadows on the floor right now as well. There's like an orange glow by the entranceway, but everything else, like I say, there's a couple of emergency lights and, you know, backup battery lights on behind things, but everything else is quite quiet and empty, echoey, kind of a metallic-y kind of feel in the air. You know, the kind of thing when you're walking through like a mall at night and there's not many people in there. It's got that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
A bit of pressure around you, but nothing too crazy, and it's completely immaculate. Yeah. So it's
this ominous pressure.
yeah. It's weird to say the least because of how clean it is as well. That's kind of the thing that's irking you
So we're
guys the
all
most.
just really on edge.
Yeah, pretty much, but nothing so much that you guys think you're about to get sprung and attacked. It just makes you realise that this is creepy because it kind of feels like you've been in an abandoned city for years and years, except for there is at least one Juan janitor left over cleaning everything up. Yeah.
You ever hear the ghost
Victor and
story
Victors.
of old
God damn it,
caretaker?
Get out of my freaking dreams!
Point of order. Can Alpha see in the dark? Because he has robo eyes. So,
Yes,
or are they just?
eyes.
He does.
You can see electrical
Um,
current.
I mean, I can see in the dark. I don't have for a fact. I was trait for that actually.
If there's a trait for seeing in the dark, it would be something that I said you probably should have had and we never added because of your
Okay.
technology. So
I don't mind either way.
For now, we'll fluff it and say yes because there's nothing wrong with having another person that can see in the dark for other people that can't. But
Yes.
know that there is obviously
Can you see?
there is a bit of
Yeah,
light for other
something,
people as
yeah.
well, for everyone else to see as well. It's just you've got a more keen
It's
eye
like me
to
guess
it.
meeting then.
It's not going to matter in a second.
Remember that one census
because
thing?
Yeah,
with-
yeah.
Yeah. Did you open your eyes?
Is there a way that Alpha can turn?
I don't
up the
have to
lighting?
open my eyes to see in the dark. What do you mean?
What were you saying? Sorry, Alpha.
Is there a way Alpha can turn up the lighting, like using his shit?
Yeah, you without rolling, you can see that behind the security glass in the working area of the place where people would give tickets, there is another door back there that has an electrical sign on top of it, which leads you to believe that that's the circuit board room or something along those lines. Yeah.
Alpha's gonna head towards that.
Going towards the glass and
I'll go
that
with him.
lobby. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. You notice that obviously the glass is quite hardy. It would be bulletproof, obviously, for those sort of things alone.
Yeah.
And there's a door on the right-hand side of it as well, which would just lead into that area. Yeah.
I tried the door. Is it locked?
No, it is not. It clicks open, just fine. You twist the handle, and it kind of, it's the classic kind of weird safety doors where the latch is only a rolling wheel that kind of unclicks from the side of the door and all that crap. So it kind of just slides very easily open. Doesn't make a noise, doesn't creak. And you can go into that section behind, which is it's a couple of seated areas by the glass where where they would exchange money and tickets, and then a couple of cabinets and a couple of different desks behind it as well, including the door.
Okay. Can I investigate this room and try and turn anything up, or is it just completely barren?
Without wasting your time, you can see that it is just quite barren. There's nothing in there for you of anything noteworthy. The one thing that you note the most is the fact that out of everything that you've seen, this is the first sign, as much as it says electrical current on it, that you've seen since you've come in here. Like, normally you have signs and warning signs everywhere, but you've not seen any until now. This is the first time you've seen something that actually has, electrical current, or, it's like the warning with a lightning bolt in the middle of it, basically.
Yeah, with the man underneath it.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, I'll head into the circuit room then, I guess.
Yeah, once again, nothing wrong with that. You go in, the only light inside there is the little green and red light saying what breaker is turned on and which is turned off, yeah.
And what's turned on and off? Like, anything major that's switched off or on?
Oh. Hang on. Someone say something.
Hello.
Okay, that's right. I just wanted to make sure that because
No, it's the music. It's the music.
Yeah, it was Chris cut off at that last bit at the exact same time the song did, and I was just like, fuck. Breakers.
Snake.
Most of the breakers are turned off, except for some which would say, I'm just rolling to see what would be alive. Kitchen is one of the lights that's one of the breakers that's turned on, and I forget the word. What's the general word for toilets and showers?
Toilets and showers.
Yeah, but there's another word.
Laboratory, yeah.
Huh?
Laboratory.
Well, you know what I mean.
Lavatory.
You'd say it's like a locker room.
Locker room and washroom. That's the thing I was kind of looking for. Yeah, locker room / washroom is kind of is on as well. The other switches there you have are obviously floodlights, lobby, stadium. Like West Side Stadium, East Side Stadium, blah 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 blah.
And is there anything that looks important or major that's turned off?
No, everything that's there right now just seems like what you would turn on to turn a building on at this point in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you
Cassius?
find in there, Alpha?
A circuit breaker. It seems like everything that should be on is turned on. However, well, we can turn them off should we need to. I think it might be an idea to, if we're going to set up anywhere, keep this place in mind, because come nighttime, it might be handy to one of two things: either turn all the lights off, or turn them on, or turn the lights off in the buildings and keep the floodlights on so we can see everything whilst we're out on the pitch.
We turn some of the lights on in here then? Is there a light switch?
Yeah, is there a light switch? Or is there a way to turn up the power to the lights?
Yeah, the lobby was turned off, so the actual breaker for lobby was turned off. So
Flip
you could,
the switch.
Yeah, you could snap that, and it will do the sort of cracking noise as you do it, and the lights flicker very briefly, and then ding, they like ping on from there. There's no switches because it's all motion sensor lights, because economical and all of that crap. So the moment that you switch on the lobby lights, they just all switch on, and you assume by the fact that there's no switches around that that they are motion activated by about 10 minutes or so. Yeah.
Given
Much
that,
better.
I can make a roll, or however you decide to judge this, but can Alpha hijack those motion sensors?
There's nothing you could really do right now that could explain
using
why.
his quirk.
Explain why. Sorry.
Well, if they're lights of motion sensors, they obviously detect motion. So what I'm getting at is, if anybody walks past them, they will set them off and have the motion sensors ping Alpha, letting him know that somebody has walked past that motion sensor.
Oh, if you were to keep on if it got to nighttime when you wanted to concentrate, you would be able to notice each time that gets pinged. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so it's something that
it would be something that you'd need to sit and focus with doing. Yeah, only because most of the time when you're pinging and thinking of things, you're rolling for it. So I'm assuming that at that point in time, you're kind of getting a gauge from it. The other thing I'd say is, by the time it's nighttime, you'll get an idea of when someone's going through a light motion sensor anyway, because the lights will turn on.
Lights will go on. Yeah, it's
so
just that
a lot of the areas.
It's a big building. So
yeah.
We might not
so
have
there
all
might
of
be
it covered.
Exactly, yeah. So you could sit and focus, and you'd be able to find out if something pinged. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But if you guys were in the middle of the stadium, lights on the actual outside area, like where the seating areas and stuff, if they would ping, you'd notice it straight away, obviously, because it being physical light from there. So yes, you can, but you would just need to focus it at the time. Yeah.
On that then, and knock me back on this if you want. Can I use a hero point, seeing as we're at the security station? Can I use a hero point to add security cameras or a security camera system to this guard station that's set up around the station?
There, as far as you can see, there's no way of making. There's no cameras to be able to make any security cameras on this, unfortunately. The only the only cameras that are around would be ones that were made for the teachers and the exam holders to check up on you guys. But there's obviously something a little bit quirky to it for you guys not to be able to touch them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Alpha can't get a read on them either.
No. So the assumption is that it might be coming from someone. Yeah.
Okay. He just goes back out of the room, quietly closes the door behind him. Well, I said.
Tim and Animal just said the quirky thing in the Twitch chat and in the Roll20 chat.
Oh my god, you did, yeah.
At the same time.
Jesus.
Okay, keep going.
Well, at least we know how to control the power and electricity here. That's certainly an advantage, in our favor at least.
Well, if there was anyone here before, they know we're here now.
Anything you can turn on to help us see?
Oh,
Alpha, what did you put on, by the way, quickly?
Just the lobby lights.
Yeah, it's
where
only,
we came in.
So you're only You're currently the only lights that are currently on is in this area around you. So.
Okay. If you.
Oh my god! I just broke everything. Hang on.
Turn order popped up.
Sorry.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah, the only area that's really got light is literally like this area here. So there's a little bit of light here.
And in the circuit room, did I see a way of turning the other lights on and like?
Yeah. They were all there. Like I said, it was east section, right?
Okay.
So, east, west,
Okay.
north, south, floodlights, and other places as well. Yeah.
There is a way for me to turn on all of the lights here. However, if you give me some time, I could try concentrate and see if anyone else is in the building right now. I'm not sure if it'll extend to anyone out on the pitch, but it'll let us know if we're in here on our own or if there's anyone else walking around.
This was a pretty big building. How long would you need?
Jake, how long?
What, to scan the entire stadium?
Yeah, if Alpha was to just sit and control the motion sensors.
10 minutes or something like that. Just to do a complete rundown scan of everything inside the stadium, yeah. So
if I was to keep it localized to the floor we're on currently.
Localized to the floor you're on right now, you would cut it down to about 5 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
You could halve it down because the higher up you go, the less wiring there is. So the biggest amount is down here. The rest is obviously a little bit higher from there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me to scan the level or the floor we're currently on, I'd need around 5 minutes, maybe longer, or to do the entire building, 10 to 15 minutes.
I mean, as long as we could have somebody protect the door while you doing that, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, Toma kind of walks in and he says, in 10 to 15 minutes, someone might find us anyway.
Exactly.
So what about we keep a couple of people inside and have a couple of people outside just to be exactly sure, like Hiku says?
That might be a good idea.
I'm happy to sit here and defend him.
I'll
It's like the idea of it all.
Go back
like
outside.
You got Alpha Alpha sat down doing like his focusing thing in the dark. We're just talking about above him, arms crossed, the lights just flickering through the darkness. Yeah.
Voice. I'm in.
If you'd rather do it outside, it's the same concept. We'll just keep you defended.
And I was thinking more. Perhaps we should defer with the other members of our team before we make any judgment.
That too. That too.
Alpha begins to head back.
All right. Well, let's go convene with the group.
Am I able to flip my token?
You're not. I can. I don't like that you can't do that.
Hey, Josco.
Yes.
How well do you think you'd be able to keep an eye outside if we were to stay here for about 10 minutes?
Probably pretty well. I mean, my clones can see in the dark, so in case it's dark, I'm good.
Yeah. Alpha thinks he can kind of check the building to see if we're alone.
Sorry, just fucking.
That's fair. I mean, I can station some clones out and keep a fire watch out here.
All right. Totem was gonna stick with Alpha, so he'll have someone inside with him.
Is everyone else okay with this plan? I would hate to act without the group's consent.
Yeah. But no, never mind.
You sure? You got someone on.
What's on your mind?
Got someone on your mind? Say it. Yeah.
No, nothing. It's...
Speak. Talk.
We could cause a distraction somewhere else, so no one's really focused on the stadium. Is what I was thinking.
Potentially.
A distraction wouldn't it cause attention?
Yeah, but if we were to say go back to where we, like the forest, and then run back.
True. However,
that does gain unguarded attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently, we
if
can
no one is
assume that
here-
nobody knows.
And the closest thing I could do is make a clone that looks like someone else, but that's gonna stress me a lot to go that far with a clone while I'm watching out here too.
Yeah, maybe you should keep
feel
your
like-
ideas to yourself.
Yeah, that's why I said never mind, but everyone pressured me into talking.
No,
feel
Keep
like-
talking.
you will speak.
I feel like making a distraction would just pull in attention we might not get otherwise.
I think a distraction
Exactly.
would be something we needed if we knew that we couldn't do anything else to protect Alpha. Maybe
Pretty
that's some,
much.
you know, that's like the last case. So in that sense, and Totem kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, and Nemu's like, "Good work, kid."
Big man.
But
Just-
remember Nemu. I was Josco.
No, the best distraction is explosions, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you're the perfect distraction.
Jumping through
All
fire.
right, Nemu,
maybe
who's
as
one fire
well.
clone? Here you go. Here you go.
God.
As they're all doing this, Alpha's just going to turn around and go back to the breaker room and begin scanning.
Alright, Totem was gonna just like push off from where Nemu was with his shoulder and
Move, tiny
walk
man.
inside
Push
with you. So
him onto the floor like
Move, tiny boy.
your knees kind of buckle, yeah.
You,
I guess while that goes, that's good.
he like outstretches his arms to either side, and there's like a brief flash of that orange energy around him, the hexagonal energy, and
Yeah.
then it fades, and then he just goes into full hacker mode.
Yeah, and Totem just crosses his arms and just, you know, just sits there and waits.
I mean,
I sit.
if anyone, if while he's looking at the floors, we could walk around the perimeter.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that too.
He's just muttering to himself, zoom and enhance, zoom and enhance. Zoom and
What do you speak, tiny man, about zoom and enhance?
For no reason, there's like keyboard clicking noises.
Someone just nods his head. Ah,
Ah, I see. I have no idea what's going
I
on.
have no idea what's going on. All right, guys, let's go explore. All right, let me get some of these clones out. Let's go.
Perimeter check. Fine, check.
I'm just gonna kind of stand by the door.
enhance.
Did you hear it? What? There you go. I got you louder.
Yeah, I'll stand on the outside of the door. You stand on the inside of the door while they go check the perimeter.
Shit.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Wait, who's gonna go with Josco?
You.
Bam! Every other class is here.
All right, let's go.
They know.
We holding hands, walking along the perimeter.
I
Want to be a part of
Why do you guys like hold my hand so much?
It's warm.
What is it?
Hiku runs off, and the rest of the class just gets battered.
If you did the same kind of laugh that I did, not enough for a full laugh, but enough for just a funny laugh, yeah.
Help you guys have fun. I'm a dick right here.
Keep
everyone
under wraps, I guess.
Rules of-
Leave.
Listen, Hiku, you are the last line of defense between our friends and certain danger. You are the strongest one here, right now.
And you know what?
The friend's just like
Defran looks like SpongeBob, like that.
I was thinking more along the lines of like the
I'm gonna head out.
This is my inspirational speech moment. All right, I got you, Defran. Listen, you are the shield that protects our people. All right, Hiku is the strength. You are the shield. If you go down, then they will go down.
What are you?
I was thinking more like caveman SpongeBob, where Daffron's just like,
Oh, what? Wait. Yeah. Wait. What am I?
Yeah, what are you?
He's the one with the magic conch.
He's
I'm just,
focused.
I'm just your normal average black man with some clone powers. Let's go.
You got some chicken? No.
average normal motherfucker.
Okay, so who's going and who's staying? Sorry.
Me and
Me
you are
and-
gonna go explore.
Okay, and you guys are gonna stick
Yeah.
here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so
Yep.
Yeah,
and Cassius, you're staying like on the bridge of the inside and the outside. Yeah,
yeah.
clever. I like it.
Making
Okay,
sure no
cool.
one's sneaking in through that door.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Aw, shit.
Go
Yeah,
again.
Josco, maybe you want to be inside the door so you can focus on the clone.
Hmm.
Where's your
Oh yeah,
clone?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to clone. You know what, Nemo? There's a clone going with you. Yeah,
something.
Oh. That's right. I forgot about that part.
Like,
I'm going with the cologne.
I've never met you before. He's like,
Don't worry,
what
Nemo.
was
I
that?
am still just.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
what was that TikTok we watched where it was like we named you after something because blah blah blah, and it was something like we named you after something that you did in your when you were young. They're like, oh, that's so sweet, and then it goes to a guy whose name was dropped on head.
Brick.
Yeah, his name was Brick. Yeah, it was something that hit you on the head, and it was Brick.
Yeah, the other kids were like Flower and
Yeah.
something else. I don't know.
So, we put something on your head, yeah, and then it just goes to Brick.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are going to have your little scope out and investigation, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we watching? Bushes or grass?
Hold on. Start again.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to reconnect again.
Are we like wading through some bushes right now, or or is this grass?
That's supposed to be a hedge, but just assume it's grass.
Okay.
Oh, but I want to be. Aww. Sneaky
Waiting
dinky like
Yeah,
that.
like ninja sneak.
quick question:
Yes.
is DeFran, Kelly, and Sarah gonna just stay here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Like Josco said, DeFran is the shield.
And you are the sword, and then
DeFran
Kelly is the
shield.
white mage. Or like, yeah.
I'm going with
Are
that.
you gonna leave your girlfriend to die?
I thought he was the spear, not the sword.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Mr. Black Spear. Why are you up
I
here?
pierced through the heavens.
Oh my fucking.
No, that makes sense.
I
Have the original.
spears
Have
through
the,
the
Believe
heavens.
in the me that believes in you.
have the original three
Get out of
do
my
a bit of a walk. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, that friend, you're the
concerned.
shield that protects the nut. I mean, protects, but there's no sword, so you're gonna.
You protect the nut of November. No one can have it.
I'm walking away. I need to leave him there.
Mood.
Leave him.
Let's
Leave-
go. Just run.
big
Just
mood.
just
Big
run.
mood.
Just
Big
run.
mood.
Just
Big
run.
mood.
Just run.
And stop.
Dettet.
Yes.
Oh.
I'd like to kind of call out to Sarah, say like, "Hey, you're the only one who can heal us, right?"
She kind of quirks her head to the side and kind of looks to you and says, I mean, I guess there is medical supplies in the stuff they gave us, but I guess I'm the most trained, yeah.
Well,
Just
your quirk heals, though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should be inside,
No.
just in case.
How about no?
She's learned.
She's
boyfriend.
learning from her boyfriend. As soon as she says that, she smirks and nods and says, no, yeah, you're right. And she kind of...
Hiku's a bad influence.
Yes, he is.
Like, just go looks up to Cassius. Also, technically, Nemu can heal, but it's overtime with the sleep. That's the only thing I can think of we have besides that.
I sleep.
I sleep.
I sleep.
That's funny. Okay, Nemu, Clone Josco, and Hiku, could you all give me a
Perception?
Well, yeah, perception, just a classic perception check.
All right, guys. I have 0 perception. Let's go. Oh shit.
I'm scared. Oh,
Nice.
I can see everything.
No.
He opened his eyes.
Well,
Damn it.
You mean his clone opens his eye?
Yeah, this is not original.
And
Boom.
Alpha, could you give me a
Technology.
technology check? Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I'm questioning that. It's always going to be that. When it comes down to something good.
Beep boop beep boop 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 beep.
Oh, it didn't like that.
Try again.
Hey.
Nope.
Boom.
Just fucking start it again. There you go.
He
There you go.
knows.
He knows all.
Okay, cool. Just give me a very, very obvious kind of guesstimation. Would you have been doing this in a clockwise or anti-clockwise kind of rotation? Would you be scanning through which rotation would you be scanning through?
Given. You can tell me off for this, but would Alpha have known that the three of them were heading that way? when they were going on their perimeter.
I'm going to say, considering that
Oh.
Hiku's outfit probably has some form of magnetic pulse on it for the ribs to connect to him, you could have probably assumed that there was a small fluctuation in like pressure as they went up,
Okay.
like north. Yes.
Then Alpha will scan in the opposite direction.
Yeah. So you'll go
where they
counter.
walk.
Yeah. So
Yeah, counterclockwise.
when I say that this takes 10 minutes, it's because instead of you doing like a, you know, like when you like No Man's Sky or something, when you do like a scan and it goes
Yeah,
around you. Instead of that, what you're doing is a real, like a proper each and every technological piece of equipment that's there right now. You're scanning through it about 5 or 6 times, checking each and every bit to make sure that there's nothing that's being touched, played with, that there's a change in pressure. So by the time that those guys get up to there, which would probably only take them about maybe like say 3 or 4 minutes or something. Well, not even that, like probably a minute or 2 or something like that by that point. Say 3 minutes, maybe at maximum. You've already made it about halfway through the stadium to this point, sort of over here, yeah.
Hold on, let me zoom out so I can see.
So about half the pitch up there, yeah.
Ping it for me.
Yeah. Ping it there for you. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Around there, yeah.
That's cool.
As you get to around that point, you start to feel a bit of pressure, like that's not from anything else. At the point,
the way I kind of imagine this
go.
would just be he'd just connect himself to the lighting system, and anytime any of the motion sensors are activated, like it'd just ping back to him.
Okay, then for right now, you don't actually feel much except for just you're relaying back each time as you're doing it, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's
like,
fine,
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
a relay. So if any of them ever go off, he'll know that they've gone off and where they've gone off.
Yeah,
and that's...
yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So actually, yeah, you don't really feel anything right now. There's no pressure or anything like that, as we say. But for Josco, Nemu, and Hiku, as you guys are walking through, and you're all kind of you're very aware of what's going on. Hiku and Josco, do you not have any perception at all?
Nope.
I got that 20, so yeet.
I had to get rid of it. Use that new technique I told you about.
So, as you're going through, you can hear some stuff going on your left-hand side. Not on the underground, further away, more in the forest again. You kind of all sigh a relief of like, well, that could have been where we went first, so we're glad we kind of didn't. Josco Clone, however, is getting a feeling of he thinks he's being watched, but it's not 100%. It's like there was something around at one point, but there wasn't now. But you were the only one to have picked that up at that time. Something coming from the stadium as well. So you kind of felt it at one point. Your natural allows you to realise, the nat 20 allows you to realise that you felt watched for a very brief amount of time.
All right. So, guys.
Yeah.
I feel as though there could be someone looking at us. Now, I know there's cameras everywhere. No, don't get me wrong. I know they're watching us, but someone else. Just possibly.
What gives you that idea?
Sometimes you gotta trust the intuition of a black man. But I just have this feeling. It's coming from the stadium-ish kind of area, like inside. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're overreacting.
I mean, maybe,
Well,
but it's still.
Let's just stay on our guard and try to be quiet.
Should I relay this to the other guys inside the stadium? Because, that could be an issue.
It's completely up to you to do that, yeah, absolutely, if that's what you think you want to do.
All right,
So,
I'm gonna...
Actual Joss Clone.
Guys? Cassius? There are some eyes possibly in the stadium that are looking at Hiku, Nemu, and Mike.
Oh god, hang on. Can we? Hello.
You can hear us?
Hello?
Can we do something for a second? Actually, can we all move over just to the general chat just to see if there's something going on with something there?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's
of
watch.
Just briefly.
Yeet.
Let's just go on here for a bit. Obviously the guys that are in the Discord, please don't join in. Something's going really weird with my internet right now, and I just need to, or Discord, I don't know which is which. I'm just going to test it in here for a little bit.
Sorry.
Please start again from when you said to Cassius you felt like there were some eyes on the stadium, yeah?
Yeah, hold on. Cassius. No, I'm joking.
Having a major case of deja vu.
Case of deja vu. Something happened again. So Cassius, I believe there's eyes on Nemu, Hiku, and my clone up north a little bit. I don't.
Is to the north of us just kind of like a hallway?
As in, like inside here. Inside here.
Inside.
Yeah? Yes, there would be small
that...
hallways that go up towards. There'd be like, yeah, I don't know what's. Wait, what audio?
Huh?
I don't know. I was just asking about.
Do you
that.
mean?
No, he said that when you
No,
disconnected.
yeah,
He said that.
Yeah.
So no worries.
Sorry.
No.
Okay. I thought you meant like
So
the
small
sound was
hallways.
wrong. Yeah, small hallways that would lead to like larger entrances into where the seats for the stadium would be. Yes. But once again, they're very clean. Nothing too crazy about them. But there's lights that sort of relay all the way down them. Yeah.
Right. All right. I'm gonna kind of talk to Sarah. Be like, Sarah, let the guys know outside. Someone else might be in the stadium.
Yeah, she
I'm
nods.
gonna go watch the hallway.
Yeah, she gives like a serious nod and kind of turns to go outside again.
Alright. I'm gonna move up to like one of the hallways so I can watch around the corner.
Yeah, once you do that, give me
See if anyone's there.
perception. Yeah, give me a perception.
Perception. Yeah.
Do you have perception? Let's find out.
I wonder what the value is.
What's his modifier? I must know.
Could it be 9,000?
Oh, God, it's a 4.
4.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a message quickly because it's something I've just.
Secret message. Redacted.
The hash slinging slasher.
These the eyes.
Those hash slinging.
The hash.
Hiku, I'm getting a message from the guys on the other end. Apparently, the hash slinging slasher is in the building.
No! The hash
Zack, why the fuck are you playing Divinity?
Yeah, what?
I accidentally clicked it on my desk.
He said.
He's
I
already.
saw
told-
the pop and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
Alright, I mean, we're going there. Alright, Zach, I mean, just give me a second. We'll just go find fucking, I
Yeah,
don't know.
Dead by Daylight is fucking calm. Yeah.
No, fucking, no, there we go. Fuck it, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm gonna play this game.
Beat Saber? Alright.
We stop that.
Civ, did you see the message I gave you?
Yo,
Hey.
sound pen.
Oh, in my notes. I'm sorry, I had general open.
What?
I would say only an alternate.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So as you walk into that hallway, and the lights are on the what would you call the backup lights, because no one's actually walked down them yet until you did. And as soon as you walk into the first sort of area where the sensor would have been, you just hear the the very classic horror style sort of as the lights kind of like flicker on and on all the way down the hallway. Yeah. As it gets down to the very end of the hallway where there's another door, the light turns on and a shadow moves behind the next door, but you can't tell if the shadow itself was a door, the light being turned on and it then coming around the other side of, like, say, another thing inside that door, or if it was a fucking person, or if it was a ghost. You couldn't tell by that point. You just, yeah. So by the time- so you can't. Yeah. So you see it. It's very brief. It's very Nuke's top 5 brief sort of. It just shimmers to the side, and you're just kind of like, huh.
How far down are we talking? Like down here, or like closer?
Yeah, there. Yeah, central area where the hallway would have ended to a new lobby area. Yeah.
Cassius, see anything?
Anything spoopy going on over there?
Something just turned on the lights at the other end of this hall.
Does Alpha overhear that?
Yes, you would have heard that as well. Like you're calling out clear enough to be able to hear each other in the area that you're in right now. Because where
That's the thing.
you're in a very echoey kind of lobby. Everything's quite clear for you. Yeah.
Do we have radios, or is it just simple?
It's more relay, I think, right? Because like I'm relaying through my clones.
You are
back and forth,
relaying.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alpha will switch from scanning whatever you're scanning to down that hallway that Cassius was talking
Cool.
about.
So what I would want you to do then is just another tech check, but on a disadvantage.
Yep.
Because
Oh,
you're
okay.
changing the current pattern and trying to refocus yourself to another spot. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, good. Okay. It just once again the song stopped and everyone stopped and I was just like
Can I kind of
23.
stealthily creep down that hallway?
yeah, give me a stealth check.
Try and peek through the doorway?
So you did No, you could roll technology on a disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. I was just doing it quickly, so it'd be a 23 in total.
So the lowest one was 23, yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so you do that. You kind of ignore everything else and you pinpoint to this point here. And the first thing that you get is that yes, the light was triggered. Whilst that's happening, yeah, Cassius, if you give me a stealth check.
I have 0.
Okay, well,
Why would you go by that?
it's 50%. It's 50%. So you would have just walked. You're like, all right, got to do this sneakily.
Don't you have like -5 presence though?
But there's
the
there's
-1.
stealth though.
Yeah,
There's
Nemu has like
actual
-5,
stealth.
doesn't he?
Stealth is an actual like
Yeah.
trait. One of the skills.
Can I give him my stealth for 2 seconds while I'm focusing?
Nemu has -2 presence actually. It's not
Presence
-5.
can also be
It's over,
the
it's
reason
over.
that a -5. The reason that a -5 presence would be good in your sense is if you didn't want people to see what you were doing in the sense of you're in a big crowd, not so much stealthing. Presence is bad because if you're trying to get people to run away from a building that's about to fall over and they don't care about you because you have a -5 presence, that's when it becomes fucky. Do you see what I mean? We did change things around.
You
We had
my
discussed
-5 present.
You're not the only one with minus presence. It's like a lot of you. It's like I think.
I have 0 actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like straight up 0.
Do you have any presence?
I think
Zach?
Hiku's the only one who has. Yeah, Hiku
Alright,
does.
so
I
I
have
kind of
presence.
go down
Yeah.
the hall, and I'm not really all that quiet, but I'm not like fumbling, making
You're not
noise.
crazy. Yeah, you're just walking, like
Okay.
walking through the hallway. Yeah.
Other than Cassius, do I detect anything down there?
Say that again, sorry.
Other than Cassius, do I detect anything down there?
Nothing now. Nothing now that you've checked that area to know that something triggered it, and now that Cassius is going down the hallway, there's nothing that you can sort of get a feel of right now. Especially as Cassius would get to the door and push it slowly open. It's just a sliding door.
I don't know, I just wanted to peek through if there's
Oh,
a
okay.
window.
So if
I
you,
didn't want to open the
so,
door.
Yeah, you peek through the window and you can just see the lights are on. It's another lobby. It's a little bit smaller than the
Can
lobby that
I-
you went through.
Should I roll perception or like investigation?
From this point, there's not really any need to right now, I would say. Just because
Alright.
you looking into this window, you can perceive the fact that there's nothing there that you can see right now.
Just yell down the hall. I don't see nothing.
What?
Say that again.
You might as well roll a perception anyway. Just do it now anyway.
Perception.
While he's doing that, can I send a clone down there so he can relay without having to yell across the entire stage?
Yes, you can. But obviously, the worst case scenario is obviously this is getting more and more overly concentration time. So you make a
It's
clone.
okay, I can focus,
Oh,
kinda.
Could you roll?
Oh god, that was
Oh, well,
garbage.
could you roll me a stealth check for this clone as well?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
What's my stealth again? Oh my.
Gets a Z, gets the ones, just this clone's like.
He just falls over.
He's running around like Cassius, what?
Wait, I'm fine. What happened? Hey, you guys! Well, I don't perceive shit, so.
Stealth. Oh, it's the big 4. Okay.
Cassius's glasses are all dirty.
Yeah, he's got clean glasses. Did you put a little ninja hood on his head? What the fuck is that?
Just so I
Alright,
know
about
that was a
half as
ninja clone.
well.
Same thing,
Oh.
yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. You, You're not
Okay.
overly zealous and you're not overly stealthy. You just kind of just wander halfway down and a little bit closer to Cassius than you are yourself, just so he can kind of, he kind of like, what's going on? How's it? What is everything? Cassius, as you look through that door, the only thing you can really notice through your perception is just that it's an immaculate place. There's no dust. There's no fingerprints, footprints, anything like that. You do notice that the door coming into the lobby from the outside is closed, but it's closed to the point where one edge of one of the doors is pressed against the other edge of the other door. So it's not closed flush. It's kind of like press to press, like the friction kind of stopped it from fully closing.
Oh yeah. Like when you have double doors,
That's it,
sometimes
So one
they
of them
don't
is
close all the
just
way, but
yeah.
they're like most
Each
of the way.
corner is pressing against itself, almost, sort of thing. Yeah.
Right.
But that could mean anything at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I kind of say to the clone, like, I think someone might have come through this door.
So I relay to Alpha and the others that can hear me, I guess, in this vicinity. He thinks that someone might have came through this door from the sensor, and the door's like partially open, like it was opened. Right? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Just like almost like it didn't close all the way.
Yeah, it almost didn't close all the way, but it's like barely open kind of thing. It's just. Oh.
Considering Alpha switched to the location that he was scanning, like going up north through that hallway, does he pick up anything going further beyond, like on the different levels? Or further down that hallway?
You don't see anything. You're kind of getting the assumption that whatever was there had gone, like quite a while ago, maybe by now. But it's just suspicious from the idea of where you guys were and what Cassius saw when the lights were like flickering back onwards. Yeah, because exactly as he said, which is correct, is the lights in the hallway all flickered on because Cassius hit the first sensor, but then the lights in the lobby activated as well, which should be on a different sensor. Yeah.
How close is he to fully scanning the stadium?
You would be about. So that would have been about 60%, 65%. You would have been done because you would have ignored a fair bit of it here as well. Yeah. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slide up. The main boys, what's going on? I say the main boys, the original three. Sorry, that sounds less rude.
Does Josco relay to that clone?
Yeah.
So you guys got that information as well.
So guys, yeah, there's some spook stuff going on right now, man. I'm kind of scared, low key. I'm not gonna lie.
Good. You could be the first one to go in front of him.
The joke's on you. I have clones. You don't.
Out of my way.
Can that clone get a little ninja head too? I'm sorry.
Oh my
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Can I do a new design for my clothes? Kind of red night, like this ninja.
Could do, yeah, you could do.
How do you hit the afro inside the hoodie?
Oh, I see.
Don't question it.
So,
anyway, sorry. Oh shit.
is there like windows here?
I don't know. I can't turn around. There we go.
Can I look at it?
Instead of worrying about your
this far
token not
down?
being the right way, just say you turned around, please.
I turned around.
What did you say, Kat? Sorry, because I was complaining.
Can I look in on this window and see if there's anything happening on like this end of the building, since they're all the way down there?
Yeah, perception check for me. Yeah, by all means.
Hey kid, can you see anything?
Smack.
You see very clearly into the building, but all you can see from that point there is just dim reserve battery packs.
Batteries?
So the battery powered lights, so the reserved battery lights are on. That's all you can see. The hallway is quite empty, and you can't see anything of discernible value. Yeah. Please don't tell everyone how to do that, and please don't do it whilst I'm trying to do this.
I did it. I said it mainly so Josco could do it himself.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't see anything from this end of the hall.
Oh, I'm not gonna do anything. Got you.
Mhm.
Just battery packs.
Alpha.
No, you don't see battery packs. You see battery powered. Like reserve
Battery-
battery lights. You see
Yeah,
reserve
yeah, yeah.
lights are
Okay.
turned on. That's what you see. Yeah.
Should we continue around to see if we find an entrance, or should we just, I don't know, go back? Because the farther away we get, the the harder it'll be to get back to our team if something happens.
No, I feel like we should just keep looking.
All right.
Just finish up around the perimeter and then.
Yep. Obviously, there might be somebody inside. Hmm.
Well, we can send one of us in.
All right, he could throw me through the window.
Look at you, Josco.
No, we need Jocelyn for relaying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're expendable, Zack.
Remember, I should have clothes.
There you go, Nemu. Get in there.
Me?
Wait. What makes Nemu less
You're on Nemu.
expendable
Yeah.
than Hiku?
Because they have less presence. Even though it doesn't really affect the situation. Huh?
Dives through the window.
Yeah. They won't know.
No one bats an eyelid. Yeah.
Let's keep going around the perimeter, guy. I'm sure there's an entrance. Yes.
I think I
Is
heard
there
something.
any entrance on this whoosh?
No.
Not here.
No.
So let's keep going. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Sorry. Yeah, there is. Yes, there is. Sorry, I completely missed
Oh.
where I was looking then.
Okay. Do we want to send one of us in?
Well, I guess I'll be the expendable one. Excuse me, boys. All right.
Wait, Hiku, before you go, I need
What?
you to. What do you want me to tell Sarah if you die? Oh, not Sarah. I mean, yes.
No, Sarah. Yeah.
He's not gonna die. Just go in.
No,
Push.
no. He needs this. He needs this. She'll be very sad. What should I tell her? Last words.
My last words. Let's see.
You could have at least painted your toenails once for me.
Oh.
No one gets any of that hair when I die.
All right. Well, I'll make sure to relay it to her if you Yeah. Anyway, let's go, Nemu. He's fine.
We're good.
All right, time to go into crouch mode, stealth
It's
mode.
a tree, isn't it?
Oh, I wonder
Okay,
why
I'll
you
stick
decided
with
to do
We're
that. I
hiding
wonder if
in the
someone said
tree.
something to
Oh,
help you with that.
No, I knew.
All right, we hide the trees. Actually, how tall are these trees? Like, are they like halfway up the stadium?
I don't really
Like-
have stealth
These
anyway.
trees would probably be tall enough to get to the top, like the top metal tin casing of the top of the stadium. Yeah. But the
Mhm.
bottoms of them are very much single trunk up all the way without any sort of footing. So they're not
Gotcha.
like lots of branches that you can climb up. It's more like
Oh.
they're very thin at the very
Wait, I have
bottom.
a random question.
You
Yeah.
have a what?
You know my crystal shackle.
Yes.
Could I say climb things by crystal shackling my hands as I go up? Hands and feet.
And I don't see why not, to be really honest, by that point. Yeah, because you'll be sticking things to the floor and sticking it to
Yeah.
yourself. So at that point, why couldn't you climb something? Yeah, I suppose so, but I'd be making you do it like a I'd make you for every like floor
Every check.
do
Yeah.
a disadvantage check, yeah. An acrobatics
Yeah.
check or something, yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't see why not. It's just the danger of doing that, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying I would right now. I was just.
No,
I was
let's
just wondering if you would
let's
say.
let's turn that into real. Yeah, I think if you wanted to climb up a building that had like 3 floors, you could do crystal shackle to climb up it. But for every floor you go up, you have to do a athletics check on disadvantage. That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
Just because it makes sense then, because it means you can get up to the
Yeah.
third one and fuck up and just break your back.
Yep.
And I can find another player to replace you. Anyway, so no, I'm joking.
Ooh.
What are you guys doing? So, Zack, if you give me a stealth check, yeah.
I'm not walking, at least.
You're at least a little bit crouched. Yeah. You've at least gone into the the
Your
coveted
shoes just make a little.
the coveted crouch and arms out sort of sneak.
The coveted sneak walk.
Yeah. But your shoes are squeaking in basketball courts. Yeah, no. You're better than the other two. So you're fine. You're crouching, you're sneaking, but it's nothing crazy. If someone wanted to turn around and look at you, they'd see you. It wouldn't be.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like crazy sneaky. And where are you going?
Okay, so I don't think they really did say where the sound was coming from. So knowing he would probably just
Advance.
Advance. So you'd go through the lobby, which once again is just the lobby. There's nothing crazy about it. It's quite clean and immaculate, and there's no posters or anything advertisable or anything like that. And you do kind of sneak around it to the door to
Let's go.
the next hallway, yeah? Which
This is where Cassius sees Hiku jumping in the window, and he's like, "Guys,
there's someone
somebody
there.
just come through the window."
Oh, you didn't relay it.
Oh no!
Do I see like that lot farther lobby light turn on?
Yes, you do.
Oh no!
I'm making this canon until they relate to Josco. I'm not ever gonna say anything until they say the Josco.
Cassius, you've seen a lights open up on the other lobby, and the other hallway lights have not turned on, and it's a little bit weird.
Does Alpha
Alright.
feel the thing?
I'm gonna relay to the Josclone.
Dang it.
Hey, like the
Hang
lights
on.
just turned on farther down. I'm gonna try and go see if
Oh.
What's that movie when they're trying to hunt something with a radar and they're saying like it's right? No, it's The Simpsons when they're trying to find the dog in the fucking vent and it's like he's right on top of you.
You know what? Yeah. Even better. Since our mental fortitude's down, I'm gonna relay. So guys, Cassius sees something, just hopped in the room, and Hiku just hopped in there too. So that means there might be someone with Hiku right at this very moment.
Hiku's just, but Hiku doesn't know because you can't relay it back to him.
Yep, exactly.
Josco, you tell me that.
No, wait. So you told me that. And
Yeah.
so I'm relaying that Hiku is
We're
in there,
all
but
relaying
someone's
to
there
relay,
too. But
yeah.
I'm relaying it to everyone too. Yeah.
Yeah, so your clone tells me that Hiku might be with someone right now.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So rather than being slow, I'm gonna just kind of book it down the hall to try to get to Hiku in case he's in trouble.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
A what check?
An athletics.
Athletics.
I think there is an athletics. isn't
Athletic.
there? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Sneaky like.
Sneaky picky like in my your DM is like catch me like.
That's good. I like the idea that like he just burst. So what you would have done is you would have burst through the door into this lobby, burst into the
Yep.
next hallway, and would have started running. I
Like,
just want
yeah.
to say what I would have liked for it to happen, but I don't want it to happen in it. But just the idea that Hiku just hears tap 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 getting closer and closer until the door slams open, and Hiku's there just going like staring at him as he comes through the door.
You got these lights turning on or something.
Yeah, so Alpha, you're gonna get pinged like a million times as I
Alpha's getting a real migraine right
Man,
now.
he's not gonna see anything.
Like,
He's
Alpha's
messing
like
everything up.
Josco's. There's a light going off.
Hiku's just
And
in
I
one
know
of the
he's just gonna
corners.
see
Yeah.
these lights behind him turning on with this loud banging from two doors.
All I'm saying is my clone didn't follow him, so I'm just saying relaying what I see.
What if it was like he comes through the door, he doesn't see him, Hiku starts booking, and he's like, "Oh, I see him." He starts booking after Hiku. They're just running around.
Run around the entire stadium.
Where was it?
All right, how far down do I actually get into the next lobby?
You get to the door. Yeah, you'll run to the door and kind of like press your hands against the wall.
Whoa! Why are you running? Why are you running?
At this point, Hiku, you do hear very fast footsteps behind you, and the hallway lights are all starting to turn on your right hand side. What do you do?
Run down the hall.
Oh my god. Okay, so
This is a creepy place.
give me an athletics check. Give me an athletics check.
Oh my god.
Cassius, this quirk hops on. All you hear is it's in the hallway.
Chasing each other.
No, me and this clone, we just see it. He could run
Running
by.
past the window.
Cassius was
Okay. Yeah. Hiku, as Cassius, you run through the door, As you open it up, you see a shadow run through the other door. What do?
I'm gonna chase the shadow because it might be
give
it might be
me another
trying to
athletics
chase down
check.
Hiku.
Give me another athletics check.
Alpha's just sat there.
Oh, I'm hauling ass.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What's Alpha doing? Sorry.
Nemu
just
thinks
like-
like Hiku and a random Cassius.
Getting
There's
migraines.
there's suddenly a lot of activity in the building. I
Oh my
think
God.
something's going on.
There
Oh
might
my
be
God,
something
Nemu.
chasing. There might be something chasing Cassius, which is chasing the guy that's chasing Hiku.
Oh my god.
I'm on.
We gotta wait.
He starts
We gotta
running.
find it. Wait.
we gotta go
Go
in.
the other
We gotta go
way.
in.
We gotta get in, 'cause
Hang
we're
on,
gonna go
hang on,
Cassius and Hiku.
hang on. What you guys see as you guys are walking down the side, yeah, you just hear this kind of like this scream, not like scary, but just a scream as Hiku runs by and runs into the next sort of area, which isn't a lobby, but it's kind of like a storeroom-ish kind of thing. After a few moments, you hear more footsteps, and you see Cassius run by as well. Whoa, okay, that didn't go so well.
Oh, Cassius!
He's going real fast.
Oh yeah, I forget, because your model's got a bit more shape to it. Yeah, it needs to be more like that because of the helmet.
Helmet and cape.
Yeah, because if you do it like that, it looks really small. No, that's all right, don't matter. You see him going by. As he runs by, could you both give me a perception check?
Who? Me and Nemu?
Josco and Nemu, yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm blind. I'm too distracted by them screaming and
I see a figure. It's a man.
You both did a 13.
You have a 0 perception.
Yep, we both have 0 perception.
All right. Okay.
You hear a thud, like a metallic sort of thud.
Oh,
Is it a robot?
Alpha fell over.
God, if anyone else is in this building, they probably think we're a bunch of idiots. Oh my god.
Hiku,
Well, we are.
Oh, maybe they're running too.
Hiku and Cassius, you also hear this metallic thud, like above you, as you guys are running.
Oh, like a floor above us almost? Yeah, like,
Like
just above us.
a fair bit above you.
Do we all hear it? Like all of us are here?
You two hear it as well, yeah.
Do I get anything on the proximity scan?
Nothing's setting off any sensors, unfortunately, at this point. So
you're
you...
really gonna make me climb this thing?
Yeah, so it's on the roof then.
What are you doing, Nemu?
No, I was said.
Well, no,
I
what
said
are you?
show.
What are you two doing right now?
So Nemu, do you hear that?
I heard something.
So there's a possibility that the presence is upstairs now somehow that fast?
I don't know, man.
I'm confused. I see people running. I hear thuds.
I don't know what's going on.
She sees them burst through the door. Gets scared, keeps running.
Should we go on the other side to the way inside to help them out? I mean, to help out Hiku? Because I don't.
You saw Cassius run by, right?
That was Cassius? I just saw a figure. I thought.
Wait, did we see it was Cassius?
Yeah, you saw Hiku run by, and then you saw Cassius ran by, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then you heard a
All
thud above you guys, yeah.
So, if we're correct on this, is either someone chasing Cassius and Hiku, or there's someone watching Cassius and Hiku from above. I don't know which one.
Dettet.
Yellow.
Did I see Hiku go through the door at the end of this hall?
You saw someone go through the door at the end of the whole room, yes.
Alright. I'm just gonna preemptively roll another athletics dice.
Okay, and then actually, Hiku, you give me an athletics as well.
Ah, shit.
Shit. Here we go again.
Oh, God.
Okay,
my
I was
God.
literally going to do it as whoever has the highest. If Cassius had the higher roll, he would have found you by then, yeah. But no, this time Hiku is fucking gone at this point. And Cassius, you've just kind of barged in and looked around and you can't see anything, but you do see the door sort of going like swinging as it's gone.
Did I Do I see any stairs?
Yes, you do. On the inner section of the storeroom, there is like a spiral staircase. Yes.
Kind of like mirror.
Yeah.
All right.
Whilst Wily, Coyote, and bloody chasing one another,
Roadrunner and Coyote.
can Alpha just like call out to Josco and just be like, I think we should get everyone inside and perhaps begin fortifying this corner of the stadium as our base of operations.
Back where you are?
Just in this corner of the stadium, we seem to have the kitchen for food, and I have, access to all the control room here, or at least all of the circuits, so I can't see any better location right now. Plus, I can also, manipulate the lights so that, well, we can either have complete darkness or light, or some light in some areas. I think there's a lot of tactical advantage here, and there's currently something going on, so I think we should get ready.
All right, that's fair. Nemu, what do you think? Should we head back now?
Yeah, I think we. Unless you wanted to check out that noise on the upper floor.
I mean, I guess best question to ask. Is there do we know where the staircases are in this building by chance?
Give me another perception.
Okay.
Both of us?
Yes.
This is for me and all my clones to the building. I'm joking. Let's see.
Come on.
There we go.
I mean, I see it.
So I'm gonna
kidding.
do this, and I'm gonna kind of fucking railroad this a little bit, because I'm surprised that when you guys heard a giant bang above you, you guys didn't look up.
I didn't think.
So you guys look around to see if you can find a staircase, and on the very top of the stadium, you see this.
Oh, spoop.
Why don't I get hoodies like that? Wait, I do have one now. I want to say. So Nemo, so I know it's probably dumb on our part because we heard a bang above us. We didn't look up, but do you see that up there?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I see something
it
up
was
there.
very small. It's there.
Like,
Ezio, is that you?
Huh?
Ezio.
He goes to do an eagle dive off the building and just crashes on the floor and dies.
Rolls a 1.
A bloody
All right.
hair car appears out of nowhere.
Yes.
Oh,
Can I just kind of open the door that was swinging and see if I see anything down there, rather than keep going through it?
You open the door and you
Because
can
I
just
heard-
hear Hiku running down and going. Because this is a longer. This is like a hallway without anything to it, so it would just keep going down and down and down and down and down. So yeah.
clone
So
catches up.
do I see it's Hiku, or is it just like a figure with the sound of
You
maybe
don't
Hiku's
hear.
voice?
You don't see it by the distance, but you can hear by the kind of girly scream that it is Hiku. So at this point,
Cassius,
you
finally.
kind of like sigh and kind of give up with it as Hiku continues just to
All
run.
And I did hear
Cassius.
that thump while I was running, right?
Yes, you did. Yeah,
Can I
I'm going
just
up
say
the
hello
stairs.
to this guy?
you can.
That's it, Nemu. Tell him exactly where you are.
Well, I assume he's already seen us. He's peered over the
He's
edge.
peering over the edge of them. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go up the staircase then, rather
I'll follow
than keep
Cassius.
chasing Hiku down.
And you're gonna get the other clan
Yeah.
to go with
Oh,
it. Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
I made it over
Did Josco
overtime.
give
I
me-
didn't run. I just kind of
That's fine, yeah.
made over.
Considering, assume
Oh.
that he started making the run a little after you started making the run as well, but he paced himself, so he only just made it back like to you now. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna tell the Jaws clone that I think Hiku's just running through the building.
Oh, all right. Well, that's definitely Hiku for you. All right. Anyway, so guys, I'm assuming about ETA about 3 minutes. Hiku's gonna make it back about right here and run into you guys. But yeah, I think Hiku's just running around the building at this point. So I mean, on the plus side, we've cleared like 3/4 of the building because of Hiku. But on the other hand, yeah, we kind of make a lot of noise. So, also on the other hand, my other clone saw a mysterious being on top of the building. So, yeah, we've been getting watched for a long time.
Wait,
Right.
how high up?
He would. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. I mean, he's on top of the stadium, on the metal
like,
sheeting
on the
of the
very
stadium.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of asking Josco.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like how high up? To like see if he's like on a different floor.
Well, from what I can tell, he's on top of the stadium, and I don't know if this is the president that was watching us the entire time, but I would assume as much. But yeah, I don't know if he's noticed you guys yet, but I will be on your guard.
Let's keep
Definitely.
him distracted, maybe.
I will try to keep him here so you don't get seen. I don't know how we're gonna do that with him being like 7 stories up in the sky, but we'll figure it out.
Alright.
And I also relate that to Alpha. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if this staircase gets on the roof.
Okay. Well, then we'll definitely keep him distracted so you can try to sneak up behind him, maybe.
Maybe. But they might have friends, so
That is true.
stay far enough behind me that if something happens, you can tell everybody.
Sure thing. I will let Alpha and Nemu know. Relay that same message. You know, we have all the stuff happening that got on top of the roof, and Cassius is gonna sneak up on top of the roof now.
If it even has a roof access.
Yeah, if it's roof access, yeah.
Jake,
Yes.
has Alpha finished his scan yet?
Yes, you have. You would have finished
Okay.
around this time. You would have finished your scan, so you don't need to be on concentration anymore.
Right. Last thing he's
And
going to
at
do
this
before
time, let me just
leave-
quickly, before you say something, just so we can kind of get everything laid over. At that kind of time, as you kind of finish, Hiku would have run through the other door by now and convened with everyone else. Just so you're not on your own in the middle of the fucking. Yeah, I think someone's chasing me.
Guys, there's someone up. There's someone up.
Can Alpha put like his barrier up so Hiku runs into it?
Oh my god, I'm sorry, you scared me. Yeah, you can fluff that. That's fine. As the door opens, you put the barrier up so it's like slams him onto the floor, and he's like, "Guys,
You're alive!
There's someone chasing me.
Josco, you've been relayed, haven't you? That it was obviously Cassius that was chasing Hiku,
Yeah.
so you can explain it.
So Hiku, you're stupid, and yeah, that was Cassius chasing you, by the way.
Why would he do
Oh.
that?
Why?
Well, I mean, so in the process, well, it's kind of a little bit my fault too, but in the process of you hopping through the window, I didn't think up to say, oh, Hiku hopped to the window like a crazy man, and yeah, they assumed that you were the guy that they were looking for.
Move up, grab my shirt. So you're the reason.
I mean, you jumped through the window.
Alpha's going to get up and
Yeah.
get out.
Chat, how many flights of stairs could I get up?
One second,
All of
I'm
them.
just pouring drink.
Go for it.
So it would be you'd go through 3 flights of actual stairs that would be for the stadium, and then it would be another 2 flights up of just kind of like over access to, like exactly as you say, to the roof and to where the floodlight access would be. Give me an athletics check, both the Josco clone and you, if you're both going
Has
up.
he done anything yet, by
He
the way?
is just watching you guys.
I
Oh,
see his
weirdo.
alarm clock went.
Am I?
Oh fuck me! Oh no!
You get up
Astonish
to
you,
about, after all the running you've done, you get to about the 2.5 floors, and you have to stop to take a break. Yes, yeah, you do. Yeah,
Athletics. Where's athletics at? Does anyone know? by chance?
Athletics is
On
on
right
your
s-
right
by
hand side
skills.
by skills.
Right
Yeah.
hand side at the
Oh,
top of
this-
skills.
Oh, I found it.
Cassius has been eating his rations and gave himself a stitch.
Let's see, but faster. Oh, I'm slower.
You actually,
Oh,
as
wow.
much as you could have gone a little bit longer, you stopped to help him. Basically, yeah. You stopped to kind of be with him, so he wasn't on his own, because there's obviously the danger of not being able to do everything together.
Yeah.
Just to take a breather.
That looks like, yeah.
As you guys are doing that, sorry, Alpha, what were you saying you were doing? Sorry.
Just the last thing, he's going to get up as he's finished his scan, get
Yeah.
out of the circuit room, but the last thing he's going to do before he goes is turn on all the lights in the stadium, like all the different wings, flip the breakers for them.
Oh,
and
okay.
Including
Ominous.
including the floodlight.
So, for you guys, he would have slammed those in the lobby as he was grabbing Josco by the neck, the scruff of the neck, and like Toad was kind of watching, and the girls and Jafro outside. You just hear like the like all the lights like start turning on. That also starts to go from quiet to loud to you guys as it goes through, and all the floodlights sort of go, you know, and like they're beaming into the actual the field, the football field there as well. That actually casts quite a light behind this figure, and now you can't really see any of his facial features, even if you could have from beforehand, except for a very singular glowing sort of a light from where the head is.
I mean, I don't think we could get up there so fast as the stairs are.
Up to where he is?
Yeah.
I mean,
Josco,
yes.
tell your clan that's with Hiku, tell them to keep this individual.
With Nemu.
Yeah. Tell them to keep the individual there, and perhaps us three and Totoma and all of us really can head up to the roof and head up behind this individual.
I will relay the message. Hold on. So Nemu.
Yes.
So we gotta figure out a way to distract this guy. Now I know you can do sleep shots, and I don't know what I'm gonna have to test this real quick. Am I considered a darkness clone or just a ninja clone or stealth clone at this point? Because remember we were doing that with
Up
darkness
to you.
clones?
I mean, I know darkness gave you like an advantage on stealth, so it's
Darkness.
Okay. Boy, we gotta figure out a way to make this man distracted. So, I mean, the best thing I can do is throw like smoke his direction, but that's gonna block his view of us. I don't know about what I can really do here.
I don't really want to climb it. Dangerous.
I mean, we could throw, crystal shards at him. You can produce them. We throw them. I don't think I could really think of unless we talk to him directly. But
Shackle has a reach of 15 feet. That's probably out of reach, actually.
Well, I mean, just physically tossing them, so he's just making an attempt to throw it at him. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, stop.
Engage him in friendly conversation.
As you guys were talking and kind of like muttering between yourselves, you see the figure kind of lean forward.
Huh?
And keep leaning forward until it starts to drop from the side of the building. Like,
did he?
Like planking downwards towards the ground.
It is Ezio.
Did he just dolphin dive off the building? Do we catch him? Do we catch him?
About halfway down, he kind of spins, like curls into a ball almost, and presses his feet against the edge of the building as he does, and sort of with a quite a heavy pulse, kind of pushes himself across and over you guys, and like lands on the ground behind you, kind of crouched. The press against the wall on the side of the building has actually shattered most of the glass on this area here, which you two, Cassius and the other clone, would have heard and actually almost felt as well. In fact, actually, most of you guys probably would have heard it by that point. Smashing glass because of the eerie quietness, yeah.
Whoa!
So Nemu, that was fucking awesome. But besides the point,
now we have to deal with that.
Yeah, I guess the best thing I can do is relay the message about that. But here, keep him busy while I tell the others to not go upstairs.
Which you do, yeah. You obviously, Cassius kind of gets the idea as well as the clone telling him that whatever was upstairs is now not upstairs anymore.
Yeah, guys, he's downstairs. He is actually Ezio. Like, not even gonna Betsio. I'm sorry.
Betsio.
Because we don't want copyright strikes here. Ha no. I'm just kidding.
TOF. Can I try and crystal shackle?
Alright, Alpha's gonna set off running as soon as he hears that this individual is just fucking...
Yeah, which also you heard the smash as well. So Alpha, give me an athletics check.
Okie dokie. Where's my athletics? There it is. Ooh.
Nice. So what?
Is it daytime?
Yes.
Okay.
So you kind of dodge past those two as Hiku's still holding him by the scruff of the neck, but looking down the hallway, and you run through the hallway. You'll get at least to the end of here by the end of the next interactions with Hiku, with Nemu and Josco. So you would be here by that point. Josco and
cool.
Hiku, what would you guys like to do, other than intimately hug each other at this point?
I guess we gotta go.
Yeah,
Um,
you can
Yeah,
give me
you
out
can
there
run,
check if you
go.
want. Todema kind of
Probably
looks to you
a good idea.
guys and says, "We'll stay here. We'll wait here. You guys be the vanguard." Haha.
All right, let's
He's
vanguard
like,
it.
"My
Let's go.
plan."
Run, Hiku.
Yeah,
Catch up
that's
with me, boy.
good. And
Let's go.
yeah, you're fine. So
All
you
right, boy, let's go.
you both catch up to
Alpha.
Alpha as well. Which did I just lose Alpha? No, you went outside. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. Just
outside.
not gonna. Why is I can get in closer on this than I can on the other one.
I don't know. I've
Did
noticed
you
that.
zoom in the actual page?
No.
Wait, are you running inside? Oh, you're running inside. Oh, outside.
Yeah, we're running inside.
Oh, okay. Then we go
I'm
outside.
running outside.
Oh, let's go out the door. Go out the door. Hiku, go out the door.
I could do that if I wanted to. Cool, at least I know. So you're running outside the door, yeah. Cat, give me a crystal shackle. Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
Cassius, what are you doing? Are you doing the same thing?
I'm gonna get up to the third floor because you said we're like second and a half in the stairwell.
That would be the floor where he'd pushed and the glass would have like main smashed as well, if that's what you want to do. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up to the third floor and kind of go down that hall to
Yeah,
where
that's
I heard
fine.
the crash.
So in
I
the
shall
same
follow.
instance, yeah, in the same instances, you would
Yeah.
have done that, and you would have turned and got there. Obviously, for sake of Deus Ex Machina, you guys would have just been able to get around the corner and start running in this direction as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
We coming.
Now, Nemu, do me a crystal shackle.
Is Jake dead?
Huh?
you said now and then everything went
Yeah.
silent.
No, we were just what?
Do you believe
How
it's
high up
dead?
am I right now?
3 floors. $15, 20 feet maximum, I would have said. Absolute maximum.
Okay. Then, question: do you have my character sheet up? If not, I
add
can
the
just put it
characters.
in. I'll put it in my notes.
Yeah, slam it right now, then I can just see it straight away.
Yeah, just a quick question.
No worries, yeah, go and send it and write it and let me see. And Kat, you did your crystal shackle, didn't you?
Yeah,
That's fine.
I might need to move closer though.
What was it?
I rolled a 15.
I'll be honest with you, you're not
Plus-
about to do a fight, so I'll just assume your best was your best from that shot. You see what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll just
yeah.
do that. We'll, like I say, this is juxtaposition right now that's going on. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you can be of
Alright.
the preparation. Yes.
All right.
So, Nemu, you do your crystal shackle. Explain exactly what you do and how you do it, and where you're going and how you're aiming. Because I need you to start explaining things more now.
Okay, I step forward.
Yeah.
So I like Josco's out of my
of attack,
range.
yeah.
Yeah. And facing this guy who just leaped off the building, I'm just going to do a crystal shackle.
Yes. And how does that look?
I
All
am
you've done is
actually
just
not-
explained that you were going to do something. I wanted the action. Yeah, like.
Do you think it would be similar to the wall, or would I actually like make a crystal and throw it?
What would you think is more like a grenade, or do you think it's more like a? There's 3 ways you could do it. You could do it like a grenade. You could do it like a.
The thing it
your
activates.
hand.
It activates off of myself. So like I think.
It has
yeah,
to be.
yeah,
I think
okay.
it needs to be kind of like your wall, like a Shikamaru style kind of thing. You put your fingers down against the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Could you have like a chain of the stuff like coming out of the palm of the hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
All
I just wanted to see if you could expand it a little bit, because that's what you're going to need to be doing in the in the Gundam one if we get that ever started.
Yeah.
So I just want to see you actually getting a little bit more diverse. That's fine. I don't feel bad for that. Okay. So you press your fingers down against the floor, yeah? Kind of like a Spider-Man pose, one arm's up, one arm's down, because you're only going to use one hand for this one. Because you're kind of testing, you're kind of gauging everything. You also kind of feel a little bit nervous because you're just straight up attacking someone that hasn't attacked you yet. And you don't know what the rules are, so you're kind of playing to gauge, yeah?
Yes.
As you do that, and the crystals start spiking and, you know, kind of like crackling through the ground towards this figure, he kind of takes a step back with his foot and wheels his foot all the way around in like a circle, like a half circle in front of him. As he does that, there's like a bluish sort of flame that comes out from the bottom of his foot that kind of flickers and crackles in front of him, and it causes like a shield to kind of form, and your crystals kind of shatter at the impact of any of this flame that's in front of him, that leaves like a scorch mark in front of on the ground as well, and just kind of cuts your thing short. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're all thinking, aren't you? Well, I've just explained what's happened. So, what do you guys?
Well,
I'm just gonna keep running towards the situation.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm going to assume you all are. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Looking at.
Get to about there. Yeah, that's fine. Well, no,
Can I
you
just
guys
blurt
will get to
out?
about there.
I just blurt out, who are you?
Who are you?
Thank you.
Student. Oh yeah, that's right.
State your business.
So you just said to him, "Who are you?" Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted, so I couldn't know. I was gonna say that a while ago. I forgot to say.
He kind of tilts his head to the side and kind of tilts his head back, and the hood kind of flows off gently.
Oh,
Nani?
And just to give you guys an easier way of seeing what it is.
Nani?
Blue Atom.
Oh. What's Atom backwards?
Mota?
Mota.
Mota likes you.
Mota.
It's Motor.
I like the look of you.
Dark Atom.
Mota, Atom. Wait,
Reverse Atom.
wait, Nova. Nova, Atom, Nuclear. There we go.
His head is off screen for the Twitch.
Is it? How badly?
Just scroll up. It's
okay. There you go.
I am Molecule.
Molecule. There you go.
Mota.
No. Mota.
Could you say he is an isotope of atom? Science jokes.
Science.
As long as he didn't split off of him. Zenny might have an explosive personality. Dettet, at this point, I'd like to leap out the window face first.
I'll follow suit.
Okay.
Swan dive.
Position yourself to where you be putting yourselves.
Not actually.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Like as the response to dad joke.
Oh, okay. I thought you were literally just like, whoop.
No.
I mean, superhero landing. We can do it. Superhero landings.
Nah, I'm gonna. So from what I've seen, right, is all I see is Nemu basically throw an attack at this thing and just shrug it off like it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of duck my head a bit and start kind of muttering to myself, like almost I'm talking to myself.
I'm looking at Cassius. Cassius, you alright, man?
Like, hang on.
Does Alpha detect anything electrical off of this dude? Because looking at his eye.
Lots, yeah. Like, without fail. And Okay, first things first, really, like, as the hood kind of drops and you guys kind of stop running and that, just because of the people that would and the people that should, I just want to kind of get some reactions from some people. First of all, obviously being Nemu.
Nemu's kind of taken aback because immediately he notices the similarity of him with Adam.
Yeah. Hiku?
Adam!
Hiku, that's not Adam.
He does not know this.
I'm
yelling
next.
Adam.
Hiku, that's not Adam.
He does not know this.
I've seen this man 3 times. Look. I've seen this man 1, 2 over here.
I've seen 3
and
times.
3 times. That is not Adam.
Animal Man's on the right track anyway.
Huh.
He's reverse Adam.
Oh yeah, I was thinking.
Oh.
Is he one of the Adam clones, like
Nova
Nova?
clones.
Like Nova.
Is this Josco and Nemu just like what to each other?
Yeah.
What?
This is them talking to each other.
Alpha has no idea what's going on.
Nemu, do you think this is what we think it is, or is this just a circumstance that just happened?
The similarity is a little too much to be coincidental.
All right, bud. You took your hood off. You looked at his little cork eye screw. I mean, a cork screw eye looking kind of thing. Would you happen to be a Nova clone?
1 second. Yeah, that's fine. And the clone. Sorry, the clone. Fuck me.
Yeah, the clone's up forward. I got you. No, I say
this. This character sort of. Which one was talking? It was the clone, yeah.
Yeah, the clone's talking to him because they're over there, you know.
He slowly turns to look at you, like he stops looking at Nemu, and he looks to you. He doesn't say anything, but he does kind of take a step forward to you as well.
All right. Well, I see how
I'm
this
just
is
gonna
a
make my life a little bit
silence.
easier and just get rid of this guy.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we'll do this civilly. I'll reach a hand out to him and see if he's friendly.
Okay, roll me a. Persuasion.
Persuasion. All right. You know, guys, my specialty is rolling without any advantages. Nat 20. Oh, okay, 11.
Wah, wah.
Okay, he looks down to your hand. He's always got like this blank expression. There's nothing on him that's like anything else. And he looks back up to you, and the cloak in front of his chest kind of like parts, and all of these sort of like metallical and like all these little different bits and parts of what could be like a claw, like a robotic claw, kind of come out but recede into like a metallic hand. Yeah, and his hand leans out and takes yours in hand and holds it firmly for a shake. Yeah, but as it's holding you, you can see like parts of metal are still separating and attaching and reattaching to his arm as he's doing it.
You're a unique one out here. I haven't seen one like you.
Well, Nemu seems as though he's not here to attack us, at least.
Can he talk?
I don't know. He hasn't spoken, but he's received my handshake as a thing. I guess the other guys can come forward and see if they want to talk to him since Hiku's already making his
Oh.
Alpha's gonna stay in these bushes right here and try and make himself stealthy.
Yeah, I'll be behind him. Just
That's
sneaking.
fine.
We'll just sneak in the bush.
Hiku, did you just shout out that? Yeah.
Yeah. Adam!
Okay, from that, he'll take his hand from Josco's, and that hand will turn back into another, like, quite large, almost crab-like claw. But in the middle part of the claw, there's like a hole, and that starts to glow as he kind of just not points it at you, like his whole arm's out straight. He's kind of like 90 degreed from his elbow, just pointing the hand towards you, kind of like a lazy kind of point in defense towards you. Yeah.
Hiku, don't think it's the best idea to yell Adam at someone you just don't know.
Backflips away.
Sadly, back.
Go behind me. Don't go behind me.
Anyways, Hiku, you just run up and this poor boy's gonna claw us all to death now.
I'm just gonna relay this to everyone. So he seems friendly, guys, thus far, but he does not communicate. So best case scenario, maybe Alpha can talk to him or something. He seems robotic in some nature, but I do not know.
Whilst I'm in these bushes, can I get a scan of this guy? Because I'm pretty sure I have a thing for that.
You say that one more time just so I can get the right idea.
I'll just get a read of this guy. You just scan him, try and find out how he ticks.
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah. So, did you have a technique that did that, or was that just a technology?
I'm pretty sure we did it last time.
Yeah, it was one of your.
It's my
things,
assessment feat. Yeah, it's my assessment advantage.
Dettet.
Yes.
You think it's been enough time for me to roll for what I'm attempting to do?
You may allow to do that if you wanted to get a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
What you explain to me what you're doing whilst I'm just checking. I think it was assessment +1. Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see how it works.
Assessment +1. But
That's for Alpha. Sorry.
oh shit! All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, Alpha can go first. That's all right.
No, after you. I need to find this
Okay.
thing first.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll to hopefully get this right. Quick question to Ted.
Yes.
So on my sheet, I have it says +5 and then D20 +6. Am I just doing D20 +6?
I think it is a D20 +6. Let me just send it to me again, just in case.
The whole thing.
Yeah. Just send it, like the picture, just on here, so I can just read it again. I think it was that I added up something to 5, then added another 1 to it, so it was a +6. It might be-
Yeah, because I think it was like at 0, it was
Yeah.
+1.
Let me see, just in the off chance.
Copy. Paste. I said paste. Read. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry, you're right. And which one was I looking at again? It was the one with the plus.
First power.
Yeah.
Do the ting while I sidestep.
I think it
Behind.
was a D. I think it was the D20 +6 because it had to be a minimum of.
Okay.
So that's just that, but I'll recheck that sometime through the week as well, just to make sure. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Because
I
this is
have to
just
get
an
over it.
activation, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a 10 or up to succeed.
Which it is.
Which I get.
Yeah. So
Okay.
explain what you're doing for the Josco clone next to you.
All right. So I kind of stopped talking to myself, and when I lift my head back up, I have the pair of green ethereal eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and my arms and legs kind of morph into the beast forms
Oh,
as I'm activating my quirk.
Oh hell yeah!
And you've
Dettet,
got
can I follow it up with the action I was gonna do?
You might as well, because you're not in an actual rotation zone right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Explain
is a
how
full
the
power.
explain how the bestial form sort of looks. By the way, like explain the shape of everything, just so everyone kind of gets an idea of what it looks like.
Okay, so hey, let me get the sheet back up.
Yeah.
I have one with the description and one without. Okay. Yeah, so it looks kind of like, it's gonna sound cheesy, but I don't know if you've seen like the tailed beasts from like Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my arms and legs are kind of glowing the emerald green with like the bestial look around them. So like, if you take, say, like a werewolf arms, it's like that, but it's kind of green and glowing, almost like an aura.
So
just
is it like
clones. Bosque.
Bosque!
is it like the the bubbly aura thing, or is it more like the black and green lines?
Did you want to send that picture that you sent to me in the notes to give them an idea?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can.
Just pop it in general or in. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in. I'll put it in general, but it's just kind of around the arms and legs, and rather than the blue, it's the green.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's me, she. My boy.
Watashi wa.
This is why he has shorts.
This is my ultimate form.
Yes, sure. Okay. You're not.
Oh, so kind of like the new form in Neo that like formed the head of that. That's kind of cool, actually. Holy. Sorry.
And yes, do your specific.
Okay. So the thing is it's full power, so I have to go 30 feet.
Okay.
So I don't know
mark out
because
where 30 feet is and.
well, because you said I'm like what 15, 20 feet up.
Just go by plane. Just go by a singular plane, and I'll be fine with that. I'm not gonna. Get
All right. So I kind of want to. I'm gonna leap out the window that's been shattered and onto the blacktop.
Onto the
Gravel?
The
Hades
asphalt.
Road.
Like the asphalt, yeah.
sorry,
the
I don't know
blacktop.
what blacktop meant. Yeah, sorry, that's what.
Sorry,
When you said
yeah,
blacktop, I was
it's
like, there
a
are plenty of people with black tops on. Who are you attacking?
No,
Oh my goodness.
Jump to blacktop is blacktop is like road.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, right
So
there.
right, that's fine.
Right there.
Yeah.
Animal wants to
Ooh,
see.
I did not mean to do that.
Oh, you can send it to him, yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah. I can put it in
Put it in
Yeah,
the
the
main
big general.
general for
Right.
them. Yeah.
main general. Yeah. Okay.
Yo, it's Cassius, run! Oh, shit.
He barked.
These are some top quality sound effects.
Actually.
Damn. Shit. Yeah.
Ted, where did you find these sound effects?
Oh shit, man.
Man, if I can know, you know.
Yeah.
Where'd
you get that
So,
dog?
again, just on arms and legs, not full body.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna go out the window, and it doesn't have rolls for it. So is it just like a does it?
That's a good question, actually. Hang on.
Yeah.
It was the leaping, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's a roll
Leaping.
20. That's a D20 plus 2.
Okay.
That's what the plus
alright.
2 means for you, buddy. Yeah.
All right. Well, remind me to add that.
That's
later.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. So you slightly stumble when you land,
Super
but
edgy, but
nothing
I like
crazy. That's super edgy, but I like it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like the idea was like to have like a weird like fleshy morph or like
Yeah.
something more like that, but like I don't know. I kind of tossed it up and kind of like
Well,
that
we
better.
had some cool endgame ideas for this one, didn't we? If you remember,
Yes.
that was a lot of the reasons why we went for this idea. Yeah.
Yeah, reference to other images. As well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So land yourself wherever you wanted to be in the 30-foot radius. You've not
I think
caused
that
any problems for doing that. Yeah.
was. Where's the ruler?
That'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of land a couple of feet away from Hiku with a bit of a crunch on the ground. What the hell you is? Okay, cool. And
They've been hounding me to get dinner, but I'm back.
okay.
Cassius just went doggo mode.
Yeah, Cassius went rage mode and jumped out a window.
Rage mode.
The arm that was
yeah,
facing
animal.
towards,
Yeah. Sorry.
touched by magic. Yeah. No, that's right. Don't worry.
Hulked out. Yeah,
clawed
more like
arm.
like a mini Hulk out rather than like. I come with my telekinesis power.
Activate my trap card.
I can sense it from here. Wait a minute.
Which I can kind of explain in more in depth, but we'll wait till after shit goes down.
Yeah.
About to save Hidden Leaf Village.
I fight for my friend.
Turns around to Cassius. Wait, I'm Naruto. Believe it.
I will be the Hokage someday.
Look, I have the shadow clones to prove it.
No, I can make reference to things that were said in other episodes to kind of get more of a fleshed out idea for you guys.
Mm.
I got you.
The
Gucci.
The clawed
Wait till
arm that
after
was
me.
facing towards Hiku now kind of turns and shifts towards Cassius now. The claws kind of flex outwards a little bit more because it's a bit bigger. And it was a little bit more freaky than someone shouting. So
Someone
just
leaps
by a-
out of the second,
yeah.
or third story
just
window.
by a
yeah.
small portion, so he kind of does that as well. Yeah.
Guys, are you sure we should engage like this on him?
Can-
It seems
can I?
friendly. Oh,
Well, hang
Can
on.
I?
What?
Kitchen's done.
Sorry.
Me?
That
What's
was
that? What were you
Alpha.
gonna
He was
say?
cooking a burrito.
I wanted to step forward to kind of like put my hands up to this guy, like up
All right.
as
Well,
in surrender,
before you do
save.
that, Alpha did a roll about 10 minutes ago that he's been trying to get through.
That's cool. It's cool.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry.
So
bruh.
this is going to be 1 second. I just need to check something. Right. Okay.
And yes, animal. Yes.
Alpha,
What
what
animal
did you
say?
say you were going to do with your role?
I told you in the
I know.
message.
I'm just for everyone else to know.
I suppose because Josco's the only one who sees it really, because he's with Alpha. Alpha like crouches down and tries to hide himself in between the trees and bushes, albeit not very well considering I rolled an 8. But you kind of see his like right eye, like a circle of like golden energy, not energy, but like
The lenses.
like a
almost.
display, yeah, like a
Yeah.
lens kind of like appears in front of the eye, and you can see the actual iris of his eye like zooming and focusing, and as it zooms and focuses, so does this like small like golden disc, and it's like focusing and enhancing on this whoever this guy is.
Cool. So, to break it down to you, the first thing you do in a scan out is you check its like vitals and what it is. Very high energy. There is a lot of errors inside it, like a lot of busted components that are being bypassed or otherwise completely ignored through other things sorting itself out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's like one of those like systems that shouldn't work, but somehow it's found a way to work.
Or they've
Yeah.
just completely bypassed it and gone to the next bit, which is in turn causing more suffrage from other parts of the as well. Hang on. The main one you notice is his right arm, the big claw. There's many errors inside of it, like power's not being converted properly, coolant's not happening right, radiated heat and exertion of heat is not being correctly sort of fixed. And in his legs and his feet, you can see that like any form of like thruster or any sort of like surges that should allow him to concentrate and eject flame, well, not flame, but like a jettison of energy to fly is kind of corrupted as well. The biggest problem is inside his head, and you can see that any part of the AI that was man-made to replicate Atom is just kind of corroded. It's failing. It continues to reboot itself. Like it keeps trying to reboot itself back into an original form, but can never really get to that point. In that time that you do that, you do notice one thing. You can see that he is trying to speak every time someone said something to him. He just doesn't have the ability to, nor can you can't just say anything that he's trying to say, so you can't understand what he's trying to say if he was trying to say something, but you can see that he has attempted to say stuff for the past you know, like every time someone said something, he has actually been replying, but his body's not able to do that. The other thing you notice, the last thing you notice after all of that, is that he is tagging things in the arena, not in the stadium that you're in, the big stadium. So he's like
defined tagging.
The whole map.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on about 8 other things.
Oh right.
In the whole stadium, in the whole arena.
So can I tell if this is a remote or if there are other versions of him? Like, do I get a sense of where he's getting information from?
All you can tell is he's getting pinged back, as something's pinging back to him constantly, but you can't tell what. You do notice, however, that one is quite close.
Okay. So specific to just combat, it's the claw, the broken thrusters, and that was it, right?
And then just like cognitive response and stuff, yeah. So that's the only other thing that's got like a bit of an error in it from there, yeah.
Alpha's gonna, like, the golden disc projection coming out of his eye disappears, and he turns to Josco. We need to leave now.
Going to leave now?
Something's coming. His ally, one of his allies. It's on its way here.
All right. Well, I have one option to this. Dettet, can I still do this like I did last time? Can I make this clone jump out? AKA, you're just gonna jump out and just potentially die, but disperse in the smoke as he dies. So we can run away.
No, get away!
No! Please, I've done nothing but run away from things today. Please let me do something. No, you don't get it. You don't get it.
Well, you know what? You want to smash me into the ground and make smoke?
I don't know if that's what you wanted.
Your ability to smoke, you're able to do still, yes.
Okay.
Like
I guess
him dispersing into the ground from that, yes.
Okay. Well, I guess. How do I relay this without him?
Oh, whoops.
I'll help you, buddy. Don't worry.
I know, but I'm trying to make it to where I actually relate it to you, because I can't just say it with this clone right here, because see, I'm in front of him now. I guess.
Have our phones
Just jump. I'll carry you.
Do we still have our phones? Do we still have our phones?
You would not have your phones on you now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess I'll try to whisper very softly towards Hiku, like, "Hey, go destroy me!" With this clone up here, like saying, "Destroy me."
What? You said join you? All right. Tries to jump.
Oh my god.
Would I have to roll for that to tell, like the whisper, what the guy hearing, or no?
No, Hiku, do you accept and acknowledge what they're trying to do, or do you not? Would be all I'd say, yeah.
Okay, could I hear what he says if he whispered it from all the way up there?
It was kind of like a half-assed whisper, I would have said, yeah.
I'm like 3 stories up. I'm not that high up.
Yeah. And remember, this place is very eerily quiet as well. It's not like...
I'll leave it to you, Hiku. If you want to not say go for it.
I'm pretty sure, since it's such a tense situation, he wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'll join you. No. Yeah, okay. I'll be like, just nodding my head.
All right. Well, Hiku's amazingly giant hand. He's gonna just yeet me to the ground, I'm assuming, and then we try to run.
The idea I had is that you're gonna jump out, and what Hiku's gonna do, he's actually gonna push you up way higher than when you normally came down, and then he's gonna walk away.
Oh, and then I'm gonna drop down.
You're gonna drop down a lot harder than before.
Okay. Well, do it. All right. Wait the roll for this attack. All right.
Are we?
So it's gonna be like push, and then you're gonna sort of go over in this direction because of the push, and then you'll drop.
That works if that will allow it if I the roll for it.
Push pull. Cat, what were you gonna say before we did that?
Where are we going? Like underground?
I'm gonna yell run, and we're gonna have to figure out how to get out of here as fast as we can. Probably towards Alpha.
As Josco shouts that Alpha's gonna put up the barrier between Nemu and the Josco clone and this individual. Kind of like in a C-shaped style,
like where you
kind of
are and
like
where they are, yeah.
from like just to stop him from getting to them. So like he's in the center of the curl of the city.
Like that.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, I need a push and pull throw.
All right, you can just throw me. I'm gonna jump and you throw me.
It would be aid because technically you're doing it with someone in your team, so you can aid that as well. You're not trying to dodge him doing it to you.
Because this is just like an interaction with a teammate, I can roll with advantage before, like, yeah?
Yes, that was something we figured out, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so whoop. There you go. Just 1 point, but yeah.
1 point more, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Okay, cool. So I'd like you guys to, and including Cassius, because where you are as well, explain exactly in tandem to each event what happens and how you can do it, so I can kind of get an idea of what's going on. So, first of all, Hiku, what were you doing? Explain one more time for me. This is with the Josco clone, yeah. All right, let's do this from the beginning one more time. My name is Peter Parker.
You wouldn't probably would have got in a situation.
From the beginning, Josco clone jumps down. He's gonna push him over towards this way, but higher up in the air at the same time. Josco clone lands down. It's gonna disperse a lot of smoke when he hits the ground really hard. As that happens, Hiku's then going to this way.
It's gonna this way.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Cassius, because you're the next closest person to Hiku, what were you gonna do?
Well, are they shouting like run, like leg it?
Yeah, as soon as
we run as soon as this hits. Yeah. In fact, let's play it out. So yeah, he jumps down, lifts up from Hiku there, and lands here, which would then disperse the smoke. But before the smoke hits, like the Josclones kind of hit the ground and sort of like lit up a little bit to turn into a puff of smoke. That's when Alpha says,
"We're leaving."
There you go.
So we're all saying we're leaving? Like me and...
Yeah, like we're going,
Alpha
yeah.
says what my clone will say, and we both just say we're leaving.
Oh, sorry, I thought you was... Yeah, so you both just sort of say, yeah, we're leaving, run. Cassius, what do you do at that point? Sorry.
I'm going to trust in...
Run synopsis, yeah.
I'm going to trust in Alpha and go the same direction as Hiku.
Okay, and Hiku, you went that way, didn't you? Yeah, that's fine, yeah. So then you do the same thing. That's fine, I'm moving you down.
So this is kind of where the speed thing came into play. Do I catch up to Hiku?
Check on.
Because we ended up not putting points in them until we understood.
For now, we'll fluff it and we'll say, yeah, you're able to keep up with any other human right now.
Okay.
Any other human, you know what I mean? Any other
human,
non-digitigrated person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm human, bruh.
You're bony boy. Like a skeleton with flesh.
I'm a spooky man.
Ooh, Halloween.
Do this a fair bit.
You guys wonder why I made dark clone? Because Halloween.
Cat and the other Josco clone, what are you going to do?
Josco clone's going to yell run, and I'm just going to run forward and also just be other direction because, barrier. Why not? Because I'm going to stay there because it's clone.
Okay, cool. So you're going to disperse, which means that your concentration's back if you needed to fight. Nemu.
I'm confused, but I will run with them.
Okay. And then Alpha and actual Josco, I'm assuming you're going to run back as well, like enough just to keep a distance, yeah? Whilst the shield pops up and keeps there.
Going to hang back for a second whilst the others are running past him. And just from him being a robot himself, does he... How does like all of those errors in this guy's body does that translate to like human pain? Is this causing this this individual pain, or
no, it's not.
Is it, fucking with him?
All you can tell is that it's just meaning that he's having to process and pre-process and reprocess things constantly. It's not actually affecting him in a painful kind of way.
But
it's like an itch.
It sounds to me
itch.
Like he's insane.
Yeah, it's like an itch that he's just trying to continually fix. Yeah.
He's like a druggie. No, I was kidding.
I mean, not wrong. Yeah, he's trying to fix himself and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So he's unstable, to say the least.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys start to move back, and as these clones are about to burst, you see a red-haired girl kind of run around the corner, wave towards the what you're now going to assume is obviously one of the replicants. And as she does, the two clones into the cloud of smoke, and she kind of lets out like a bit of a squeal as it happens. And this dust just kind of disperses straight around like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say we just keep running to underground.
Hiku sees the red hair, just books it. No.
So we run back and get the
I
others.
saw that. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I was gonna say while we're running, kind of say like how will we tell the others?
Say again, sorry?
While we're running, kind of say like how will we tell the others?
I think we just go back to them and
Yeah, just book it towards them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the others.
Yeah,
Forgot
the
about
other
it.
4 people.
When you said the others, I was just kind of like, what the fuck are you going on about? Oh yeah, the others.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are just going to make yourselves around, yeah?
Absolutely.
If anyone's
Yeah.
feeling doubtful of that, like Kat, I heard that. Did you want to do anything else there?
No, I'll trust whatever's going on.
Okay.
As we
Did a
run,
girl run into this though? Like just a random girl?
Yeah, she kind of smiled and waved towards the replicant, and as she ran towards it, the clouds went, and she sort of let out a little scream.
all right. So while we're running, I kind of want to yell towards Alpha because I'm assuming we're kind of running fastly, so we're
Yeah.
panning. Well, except for Alpha. But like, what's going on? Why are we running?
That individual isn't stable. Not like I am. I don't know how to put this in a way that you could understand, but he's dealing with a lot that I think is making him unstable. And he also is receiving information from 8 other locations in this arena. And that girl was converging on us. I don't think it's going to be long before the other 7 locations or 7 individuals would be atop us either.
So you think he's a scout?
I think he's a scout. I also weighed up the probabilities, and that individual, there's no correct way to predict how they might act. But given what I saw, I didn't want anybody getting hurt.
It's good enough for me.
That's and everyone's on the move from there, yeah. Run! 1 second, where's Zack?
And there goes 2 hours of Dettet's prepared dialogue.
I know, right?
Just hear him tearing up sheets.
Like just
No. I'll take
that's
everything I
fine.
get. Even if you did change something with dialogue, that dialogue will come back at another time. Trust me.
Oh no.
oh, shit. Son of a bitch.
Okay,
7 others appear around us. Oh my woman.
No.
By the way, guys, as we're running down this sort of path, that was an illegal clone of Adam that fled on the attack of the island. I'm dying.
Alpha,
That means they're probably not a part of this whole tournament thing.
so we need to contact someone somehow.
I don't even know how to get in contact with a teacher, yes, but it would be the best idea, but I don't even know where to go.
I guess just back where we came from, just down the bridge to that big.
Well,
Let's talk with the others first.
this was also this was supposed to be top secret, but I think it's a good idea just to inform you guys now.
I think it's a good idea we have a little chit chat about the problems that we've been facing on that. Which is interesting because as you guys get down towards the other group, you see them staring off against another class that stands about here in place.
Oh no.
You kind of all stop in one place, and you kind of do a quick tally up, and you realise that there's 1 for 1, so there's 9 students in front of you. Most of them kind of have the same kind of outfits on. They're all like kind of
Goddamn Power Rangers.
kind of armoured with bits and bobs on their armour and stuff, except for the one at the very front who is a extremely how long can you hold it, Cassius, because I'm actually wrapping up for today. I was going to say, because I need to do some stuff to fix this up, because I've actually left stuff. The guy at the very front is a very, very obese person, like a very fat man, but the main part of his girth is his throat and his mouth. It's kind of quite big and bulbous, and his eyes are very, very large, and they kind of almost sprout out of his head a little bit.
It's Toad Man.
His outfit is kind of just a leather jacket that's stretched awkwardly over his body. He's got very short arms and quite long, gangly legs that kind of bend each side.
Frogman.
And he kind of stares. He kind of stares at the group in front. He's holding he's actually holding like an iron pipe in his hand, and he's kind of like tabbing it to his hand, and he kind of looks almost like a villain more than he does a hero or anything.
Did I come back to Frogman?
Yes, you did.
So, is he facing
The
down
mountains.
like Totema?
And he's facing down Totema with the rest of his students, yeah. And one of his eyes kind of rolls around and looks towards you guys as you walk over, and he's like, "Oh, more snacks." And I'm leaving the session at that for today.
Oh shit.
All right.
Cassius, go pee,
Pre-frog.
and we'll.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the end. That's it. Oh my!
Animal Man,
Join
Jabba
us
the
next
hell
time.
now.
I came back with Jabba the Hutt. What?
Okay, so this session was going to be short because I needed to get you guys back into the flow, which actually
I think you did.
you did pretty well, yeah. So I'm not going to have a problem with it. Which means next session we'll do it nice and easily. It was actually more for me as well, to be honest. I think it was a portion of it was just for me to get back into the My Hero sort of feel again, because I hadn't done it in quite a while. That's just enough to go from being 2 months nearly worth of nothing, ending it on
Too action packed.
ending it on getting ready for action, waiting for a month or two to do nothing, and then get back into it. I just wanted to sort of bring in a little bit of something that we could sort of sink our teeth back into, and that, especially that replicant that you guys have now come across.
Yeah, what was that about? What was the red-haired girl? What the?
Well,
Nani?
to be honest with you, welcome back.
Welcome back.
The red-headed girl.
Hey, can I see what she looked like?
Yeah, I might. I've got like kind of like a reference. Hang on.
Dettet, quick question.
Yes.
Should I do that roll now, like as end of session kind of thing?
No, do it as a starter session. We'll do it as a starter session, and we'll do it from that. Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, you could roll it now, and we can just go from it if you wanted to. But I would say do it as a starting roll. If you're ever in this form, I would always start your rolls on the. Do a pre-roll. That's how I would do it, at least.
okay, yeah. So I'll do it like before, like as we.
It's a little bit more exciting if you do it at the very start, because then you know. Do you know what I mean? That's how I would assume it.
Yeah.
The character in question, if I can find it, was.
Character in question was 14. They were pretty young.
The 5 floors of Nova. All the duplicates.
Put it in my notes.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I remember
Time.
that girl. You
Is that a
Who's
controller in
that
her
girl?
hand?
Wait, is this on the Roll20?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know, but I
Give me a sec.
She has our unit.
listen. You're good, but I like this.
Oh my god.
Aw, that's fucked up.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
fucked
whoa.
up.
Hiku's here, like,
Rude.
oh no,
Well,
shit,
I
I
picked the
fucked
wrong girl.
Haven't we
Well,
seen her
in-
before?
In his defense, Hiku has a soft spot for redheads.
I do have an
up.
extreme
Old and
soft
busted.
spot.
New hotness.
New
Oh my gosh.
To give you guys an idea, no, you have never seen this person before.
I've seen
So
that
we
drawing
can-
before.
Probably.
got-
Yeah, we did it on your
Like,
stream before.
We did it on the stream. Yeah.
She got hand plugs.
Why does she look
Never
like...
mind.
Is your quirk the same, Dettet?
I never changed it,
Oh.
so it's a good thing that you
All
dropped
right.
smoke on her.
Oh boy.
What?
It just reminds me of Rusty.
Wait.
I'm not saying anything.
If Cat says, "Oh boy," I dropped smoke on it. That was perfect timing. Thank God.
Okay,
There's no-
guys. So
What?
plan for next week. We all just say our characters smoke 20 cigarettes, and we just create a smoke screen, and then she can't do anything.
Like fucking Metal Gear. Just like detector lasers.
All
by
this-
Everyone just
All
starts
this
smoking
smoke cloud.
Everyone,
cigars.
start smoking cigarettes.
30 seconds later, the smoke disperses and she's just face down on the floor.
Busted.
The freaking like replicants like, wait a minute, they killed my master.
Oh my god. I was about to do the fucking. Where is it? There you go.
On the replicant, though, do we know conclusively that's not supposed to be here? Like, or is that just a that
Well,
could
as
be
you
something
mentioned, it was illegal as we were running away.
Yep.
Because it is an
Yeah.
Adam.
True, but like
Adam
that,
slash
supposed
Nova
to be
clone.
here.
Right,
Yeah.
no, yeah, but
that could be like some discount rival school.
It's like
I-
there's some sort of outside influence, almost like TV show.
I mean, considering it's turn its whole body into a hand, I'm kind of scared of that thing. I'm not gonna lie.
It turned
Yeah,
his whole
like-
hand into
I
a
mean, I
claw.
thought it was cool.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's dangly. Yeah, his hands into a
They're
claw.
not gonna
Ridiculous.
fuse into
Monster
some
hand, is
Voltron thing, are they?
Oh
That'd be
man.
terrifying.
Blue giant Joss clone versus Mecha Adam.
Oh my
If the
god.
rest of his team members have like the other Infinity Stone colors, I think we're fine.
This is
Listen, listen, hear me out though. But
Iron Man.
oh shit, you're right, red hair. Oh shit.
She got the hands.
But guys, think about it. Guys, think about it. We got this. We got this, guys.
He's mad.
Look, we got Sharingan, we got Tail Beast, we got Shadow Clones, we got freaking Invisibility, bro. Invisibility, like,
No. He's Kimimaro because the bones.
oh, okay,
You fucking
and then
right.
you are the girl from the freaking movie that I have no idea what her name is, but I remember the girl from the movie. I don't know what her name is. God, the Ice Girl.
We have whatever Nemu does too.
Yeah, the Ice Girl. The Ice Girl. Yeah, something like that. The one no one remembers.
Haku.
Serious Jack.
Oh,
Haku.
Haku.
God, and
What were you trying to say,
anime.
Chris?
Actually,
What were you trying to say, Chris?
No, nothing.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying. I was sure you muffled out for
No,
it. That's
no.
right. That's right.
Okay, so if you guys want, I can kind of go into a little more in depth on how my quirk kind of worked.
Only if
Hit
you hold
me
my
with
hand.
that law dump.
Alright, hey, Detect, can I get a flip?
Can you get a what?
Oh,
Can you flip my guy? I'm supposed to hold Hiku's hand for this.
Oh,
Hold my hand
sorry, my guy.
through this
Hang on.
competition.
Appreciate it.
Let me just stretch you into him a little bit so you got a little bit more of a hand. Oh no, that's the
That's
crutch,
gay.
that's the crutch, Continue.
That's gay. I was like, I'm going over
Run
here.
to the bunker like, oh hell no.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck this
going.
code guy. Fuck this hand.
Yo, I'm gonna go talk to fake Adam over here. Y'all chill over there.
There you go. There's a little bit of law
now that
music.
Hiku's out of the picture.
Moto.
Alright. Give it to
Okay.
me straight.
So, if you guys remember, I showed Rhett changing just my arm at one point. So,
Yeah.
I kind of misspoke a bit in the moment. and it's not a glow. It's like physical change. So it looks like that, but it's not. I'd say it's less than an aura, but it's like a physical like mutate into that kind of form.
Oh, okay.
So
Bands, kind of.
yeah, kind of like grows a bit, but it does change color to like more of a greenish tinge. And the reason why I had to stop is I told you guys that I have to kind of talk to something inside of me, and I have to kind of fight it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my biggest concern about my quirk, which you guys thankfully reassured me on. So I had to pause and stop, and like when Josco tried to talk to me, I told him like not right now. I have to talk to my patron first.
My Patreon first.
Yeah, and so I had to like stop, and I would. Dettet, how much should I really tell?
It
As
is
much as you're
entirely
willing.
up to you. If you'd like to keep
Okay.
some stuff behind, so you get like a little bit more, a
Okay.
bit more juxtaposition for later, by all means.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Alright,
always
okay,
loads
so-
I'd love to tell people, but I do sometimes keep
Yes.
a hold of it. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so yeah, I had to stop, and like I had to converse before I was able to do anything else. And so the way I was perceiving the situation was you guys were fighting this thing and needed help because I saw Nemu attack the thing and have it seemingly do nothing. So that was the change into the jump in order to help you guys. We already know that people aren't born with Transformer demons. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened is I had to speak to this thing in order to activate the quirk to do what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Is
How
this the
was your
conversation? Like,
That is something I can't tell you about.
ooh,
I'm for sure.
mystery. Oh,
Oh my
oh god. Big.
Nemu just sweats profusely from the running, causing a buildup of crystals around their entire body, making them get bigger.
Accurate size.
Actual size.
Sigh.
Damn.
Feels bad.
So, yeah, I won't go more into it because that will come to light later.
Yeah, man, definitely.
That
definitely.
is general gist.
Cool. Cool.
Any
Cool.
questions I could kind of answer?
Kuruma, what do you want from me?
Are Hiku and Cassius having this conversation while everyone else is fighting the frogman?
The frog-
Yes.
I mean,
Oh,
you'll be
sure.
chilling on Redhead's shoulder, so we chilling, bro. We ain't doing it.
Now that Hiku's out of the picture, talking to Cassius.
Like, hey, what's cooking? Good luck.
He just looks over his shoulder, and the three of them are just stood around his girl talking to her.
Like, look, you kind of like the humanoid version of my fish girl. What's going on over here?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So, do you come here often? But yeah, I have a.
Get her!
I have a sneaking suspicion that that replicant is a student.
Fine,
from
I'll
a
be up
different
here.
School.
There, I'm standing on top
Oh,
of
that's
here.
what you think, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can imagine that, you know, obviously somebody as successful as Mr. Harvison is, he's obviously going to have rivals and
They
people
stole
that
it
are
and they're like, we'll
trying to
make it our
copy
own.
his work. Kinda.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, considering there's so many replicants, they could just take the parts and make their own kind of thing, like out there in the world.
Dang, if that's a robot, that's such a boner killer.
Wait, this girl?
Yeah.
No, she's
I
not.
mean,
no, what?
she's not a robot.
Okay, I was
It's
about to
just,
say.
just her quirk probably is involved with her hand in some way.
Oh.
Or maybe they control the robot. Who knows? I have no
she
idea.
is a robot.
Do
She
you
does
not...
have.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, she has silver eyes. That's usually a weird trait.
All right,
Maybe
Copperhead.
maybe she's
No, what's that
android.
from? It's from something.
What?
People with silver eyes.
I can't remember what it is, but there is a
God
trope for
damn
silver
it.
eyes. You are right.
Yeah. Maybe I'll look it up.
Does the
I mean,
monster like?
I guess I'm not really normal myself. I have
Oh,
orange eyes.
The girl with the silver eyes. It's the book, isn't it?
Probably.
yeah.
We have like a rainbow of eyes. I don't
really
think
do.
silver is
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
I mean, mine are orange. You just never see them, honestly. So that's like,
Exactly.
Me and
Alphas
Cassius
are-
have purple eyes.
Alphas are gold, so.
Oh my god.
wait. So me and Alpha have like similar eyes. He's orange. I have orange. He has gold. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robots.
That's why we can see in the dark. That's why.
Exactly, it's the orange.
I'm over here. My
Hiku,
lower
your
lip.
hands
been
are so
eating-
tough.
Oh my.
That's probably because of all the burn scars I have on my body.
That's probably because of all the skin grafting they've done to change everything on me.
Yeah. Speaking of which, why did you let Totem get so close to you?
Yeah, why are you scared of my clones? What? All right, that's right.
Honestly, it's because it's on his head. He's so tall, you know. He's just,
My clones fire's on their
yeah,
head.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Chris,
no, he's like
Hello.
he's like
silver
5
eyes is a
foot
big thing
taller
in
than me.
Ruby.
That's the
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Ruby.
it
Yeah,
is in
that's what
Ruby.
Animal's saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's right.
Yeah, Animal Man, you are on top of it.
Oh, guys, we need to run. This is Ruby. They destroy everything. Wait.
Yeah.
And this girl has ruby colored hair. Oh my god, it's all connected.
He
It's all
could
over.
eat dicey.
I actually never watched Ruby. What?
It's okay. It's okay.
Guys.
Yeah, it's
a
okay.
right show. You can see the production value changed when Monty passed away. God bless his soul.
Yeah,
But they're
absolutely.
doing as good
Excuse
as they
me,
can.
I'm
I
back on
respect
stage.
it a lot.
You want top? You want top? You want top? Oh, you want there? Oh, you? Oh, all right. Yeah. What do you want? Did you say? Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
What? Let me see that. Damn, boy, she thick.
Just in the brief instance that we saw this chick, did Alpha get any electrical feedback from?
Not in the time when you were running. You never got any idea from that. Yeah. That's Like, being honest, it was not enough at that point yet. Even if there was.
Okay.
Now hear me out. I'm not wanting the whole description, but like since it's it's a good thing we smoked it off. Is there a quirk gonna wreck our faces or something?
Smoked her off.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say the quirk. No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Oh no, not the quirk. I was like, is our quirk gonna destroy our faces? Is what I was saying.
What?
The quirk is deadly to
Now,
some
how much?
of you.
Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need to know.
The lower half of the body.
That's
The
all I need to know.
quirk is magnets.
I don't draw the lower half of the body of these.
Help us.
Magnets your hard drive.
That's it. He's gone.
How much do you want?
For what? For a toe picture?
I'm not drawing the lower half of the body. This drawing is so old.
Killjoy.
Hold on.
I don't think I even have.
the original like layer file of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
might, but
You can always redraw it.
You could just ask her to draw the waifu of your dreams. You really wanted to instead of this.
no.
No.
She said no.
She did the Zack no.
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 That's right, man. Draw it for me.
Who the fuck is doing
No.
this? It's Chris.
Yes.
You gotta make sure that there's some
Little
fucking,
twig legs.
She's got
gotta
some
make sure
legs
that she's
now.
got some lovely toes.
There you go. Wait. Where's the marker? Someone draw that. Bot. Make it.
There's
The
toe.
toe.
There's the toe.
Gotta be-
How many toes is that? 1, 2,
gotta
3,
be-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 toes and counting. I need to split
Look,
them in half.
gotta color in that butt. Is it got?
There you
Got-
go. Oh wait, gotta make sure she has an ankle. There you go.
Does she have a glass? Why'd she have a glass?
See, look at how good Nemu's actually drawn it. Like
Actually, then.
Yeah, that's because Cat can actually
Can
draw,
draw,
and the
yeah.
rest of us
And
might
then
as well
there's
just be
no
monkey.
toes. Ha 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 ha.
well, actually, if you give me a second, I can
Oh,
just
no, don't-
move. I can just move the toes into the right position.
Oh my.
There you go. Now she does have toes.
Apparently, she's
Oh.
now Batman.
Oh. I suppose
I'm calling for
Alright,
Batman.
we're
Getting
getting
some
ready to
backup.
go now. Otherwise, it's gonna take
Okay,
forever
so
to do
I'm
this.
gonna have you know, I already took a picture. It's too late.
Oh my.
It's going in the
So-
foot folder.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Yes.
Just to confirm, right?
Yes. Oops.
There are 9 students
Y'all
per
need to
team.
stop.
Okay, so what were you saying, Chris?
There are 9 students per team, or at least from what I've gathered.
9 to 12.
Because there's
yes.
9 of 9 to 12. Okay, so when Alpha got the reading off of this guy, there was 8 other locations he was getting information from, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 8 others, excluding or including this guy.
Which guy? Oh, the actual guy.
The replicant, yeah.
Yeah, not including him. He's not pinging himself.
Okay, so 9.
Yeah.
9 in total. So we know that there's 9 of them.
So
All
they
right.
have the actual statistical number advantage, but we have the number advantage always because clones superior.
Yeah. I'm helping you. I want that big old bazunga dunga. I mean, real large. No, please stop because I need to delete all of this.
Real Pterodobon Honkeros.
There we go.
Some real Tanhan Garakuga.
Okay.
I'll have
with
Alpha.
Cat, what I just say? What I just said?
I was stopping them.
What were you
Okay.
saying, Chris?
I was just gonna say quickly. Oh god, I forgot now.
Shit.
Oh right, yeah, Alpha. I don't know. Maybe there's some electro fuckery I can do and just Windows 98 shut this guy down.
Like fucking Moss from the
I'm-
OT crowd.
Your PC needs updating.
Wait, I'm still kind of confused. Like, if he was unstable, we didn't need to run away from.
Well, no,
that
there's
was-
there's
I mean the
number
opposite.
presence. 'cause
Unstable, 8 other presences that could be nearby. Unstable doesn't mean a good thing though. Unstable could mean I'm going to kill everything if I get the chance.
He's
Yeah.
unpredictable, and you two were stood right in front of him. So as soon as Alpha was like, "This guy's got a lot of errors going on," his mind instantly was,
laser
"This guy's gonna try and he's gonna try and kill us."
Yeah, just because he shook my hand doesn't mean when he gets teammates here, he won't like murder us all, kind of thing. You know.
Plus, it was also factoring in we'd been away from the other 4 for an extended period of time and have no means of contacting them because we didn't.
That's
want the Josco
true.
clone.
That is true.
So if we'd have engaged in an extended fight with this guy, like the other group of 4 would have been fucked because they were getting engaged by the other group of students.
It makes sense.
You know-
Just at least to distance yourself for now, yeah. I get you.
You
I
know-
get you.
Yeah, but now since we like caused all this directly to him, now he's gonna come back for sure with a vengeance.
Well, no, we
Like,
didn't attack him. We just sweeped him off.
Yeah,
We just
and we'll
kinda-
have after Yusuf.
I was gonna say we didn't really attack him. We kind of more just trying to figure him out, and then decided to get the hell out of Dodge. So we just made a smoke.
Yeah, I mean,
smoke
Yeah.
barrier.
Think of it this way: I shook his hand. I'm good. Y'all might die. No,
I'm good. Y'all might die though.
If he point a laser at me, I was gonna
Yeah.
die.
Like it was oh god, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'd just say it was like bad timing on our part, or at least in Alpha's mind. It was because factoring in the others, like, and if he does come back, we'll have numbers this time. Like we'll have our full strength.
Oh, I just realized something though. We left them right. They don't have the idea of where we went exactly, but
Yeah.
they're maybe say not 30 feet, but like like
They're
a
around
little
the
bit this
corner.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have another team right here in front of us, right here, and they could always just come out of.
That's why we gotta run.
Eight
somewhere else.
19. We got this, guys. 8v19. Believe.
No, I absolutely think we could beat fucking Frogman. What's the big frog from Flushed Away called?
I don't remember his name.
No, me either. But that's what I'm gonna find out and refer to him as next session. Either that or Battletoad.
I'm just gonna call him Fredo.
Oh,
Fredo Frog.
never.
I mean, frogs don't like fire, right?
Zack.
Yeah.
Great
So-
picture. What's up with the tumor on the left leg though? Like, why does that back part of the leg just kind of just grow?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Listen, I'm not very
Looking
good
at
drawing
art.
on the
Looking
map. My attempt has failed.
You really did give her that thick ass though. Like that
Yeah.
skirt
Yeah, bro.
seems to stretch.
You gave her that donk, actually. I'll give you that.
Bonkers.
I tried.
Oh my god. Right, anyway, I'm gonna call it out for today.
Yes, sir.
My man's is dying.
Should have Pokemon on Wednesday as normal, and we should be back next Sunday as well. So normal as usual, as much as we can.
Huge.
Because of course it's getting towards Christmas, it'll be a lot more choppy than usual, but we'll just do it when we can, how we can, and normal. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Enjoy your times, guys. Love you all. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Oh,
God.